Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Well, the Mandan Braves look to make their first ever trip to the Dakota Bowl, and the Fargo Shanley Deacons look to get back to the Fargo Dome for the first time since 2018. It should be a fun one here tonight. Number 2 versus number 3. Grab your movie popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy this one right here on the PSP Network. Hi, good evening, football fans. Scott Woodman's here alongside Chuck Claremont, and also an extended broadcast feature tonight. Todd Domery's roaming the sidelines for you tonight, and multiple cameras on the field. So, Chuck, I guess if you're going to bring the house from a broadcast special perspective, this is the one to bring it to, because this is going to be a wild one.
We got the full meal deal going here, a huge rematch, and one of our record breakers previous in terms of how many people were listening, and hope we're going to even break that tonight. But just an exciting game, two teams. To me, the most electric offenses in AA for sure, and maybe the state of North Dakota. Who knows if you talk to these guys. So it sets up for just an extremely exciting matchup tonight. Yeah, it should be a fun one. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here. Last week, the Mandan Braves, they played host to the West Fargo Packers, and they defeated them 34-18. You heard on the PSP Network, and then also Fargo Shanley played host to Minot, and they won that 42-14. That sets up our powerhouse matchup, number 2 in the state versus number 3 in the state. Also going on tonight down in Fargo is Century on the road again, trying to go down and knock off Davies. We'll have the update for you on that one throughout the contest. But Chuck, the weather seems to be pretty good tonight. A little chilly, a little windy, but nonetheless, that will not hold anybody back here in Mandan for coming out to watch this one. From a player's perspective, 45 degrees is nice. As a lineman, I can promise you 45 degrees is awesome. Maybe the other guys might want to be a little warmer, but ultimately it's a gorgeous night. It's a little bit of wind, maybe 8 to 10 miles an hour coming out of the south, which could make a little bit of difference from the throwing game potentially tonight, and surely the kicking game. But usually in North Dakota, that wind goes down a little bit, and I'm sure by the time the sun goes down, it'll be a little chillier, but the wind will not be as big of a factor. Well, right now, Todd's got the head coach of the Deacons, Troy Madden. Let's go down on the field, and Todd Domery. TD, take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Coach Mattern, Well, it's going to be a great night. Perfect night for football. Going to be a big crowd. And semifinal football doesn't get much better than that.
You know what? This is what these kids work for, right? They spend all the offseason, especially for our kids. You know, we lost that semifinal game last year against Cheyenne, and these kids wanted to get back to this game tonight, and here we are. It's hard to believe we're here, but to get this weather in November, we'll take it any day because we might throw it once or twice, so we like the weather. So it'll be a good night.
Well, and you were here about a month ago, right? And dug an early hole. So what do you need to do differently tonight, kind of change that outcome?
That's just it. You can't dig yourself a hole against a good team. You know, we threw 2 picks early, and that's uncharacteristic of Michael. He took it pretty hard, and I think ever since that game, he's played at a whole nother level. You know, we made a few adjustments offensively, so hopefully he's able to showcase what he's all about tonight.
You know, you got your son Cooper, you got Michael Rosper, you got Kyler Murray coming up next in the hallways over at Shanley.
Well, you know what? Who wouldn't want to be a quarterback in our system, right? Anytime you get to throw 40 to 50 times a game, we'll take you. But yeah, we've been obviously for us to run the scheme that we run, you got to be a good at quarterback, and we've been fortunate at Shanley to have the quarterbacks to run it.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate the coverage.
All right, guys. That's head coach Troy Mattern. They're going to throw it all over the field tonight, guys. Back up to you.
Well, no question about that, and we'll get into that as you're listening to our Shields pregame show. Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions from fishing to fashion. Shields is dedicated to offering you the best retail experience. Our Shields pregame show rolls on with more from the Starring Sports Complex right here on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
It's water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Well, welcome back to the Starring Sports Complex. It's Class 2A semifinal football here for you on the PSP Network. The Shanley Deacons have traveled out once again for the second time in a couple of weeks to take on the Mandan Braves. As, boy, I tell you, Chuck, leading this, we're going to try to get a few words, I do believe, with head coach Todd Sheldon. As we had a chance to talk to Troy Mattern, and we'll get into that when we talk about Chuck, but he wasn't lying. He's going to throw a football here tonight.
Yeah, they're averaging throwing the football over 30 times. 40 might be a little bit of a stretch, but over 30 times for sure. But maybe now he's going to light it up as he threw it almost 50 times last week.
As Todd Sheldon...
he's got to get his flip-flops on. Yeah, and he's still giving instructions for the guys.
Well, right now, Todd Domries has got the head coach of the Mandan Braves. Let's go down on the 50-yard line, and Todd Domries. TD?
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Coach Sheldon, man, sometimes this semifinal game's the toughest one to win, but, man, you're in position and a chance to do big things with this ball club.
Kids came prepared this week. Mental focus was there. The physicality was there in practice. Feel good about the kind of effort we had this week.
talk about the kind of managing the expectations, right? You can't think too far ahead, but yet for a team that, hasn't been there, hasn't won a state title since 1948, how do you manage that with a team when you still got to get through one more step?
It's one game at a time, one game at a time, one game at a time. It's Shanley week, it's Shanley week, it's Shanley week. It's nothing other than Shanley week.
And if you had to pick up a couple keys for success for your team tonight, what would they be?
The biggest things that I think every cliche in the world talks about turnovers and special teams. So turnovers and special teams sounds like a good answer.
Should be a good environment here tonight, huh?
Yeah, that should be great. Filling up already, and it's a little chilly. Somebody's probably out in the parking lot warming up.
All right. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Head Coach Todd Shell. So this time, these guys are fired up. You can feel the atmosphere down here, fellas.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be electric, Todd, as Shanley has left the field. Right now, they've got the coin toss at the center of the field. And Mandan, there you hear it. Mandan won the toss. I'm guessing they're going to take the football to start this one. But, Chuck, let's take a look at these Mandan Braves. I mean, this is a team we talked, in the open that, they've never been to the Dakota Bowl. This is, it's been 74 years and all this and all this. But nonetheless, you can't look at all that. You can't bring in all of that into the factor. It's Fargo Shanley, and you got a team that you knocked off earlier in the season. But this team has really changed a lot since that last matchup here out in Mandan.
Well, the change for Shanley is that they go no huddle, and anytime you're going to adjust to that, you haven't played against that other than practice, and so surely Mandan's going to have to come out and adjust defensively, and that's what they played so well last time they played. Is they had a couple picks. You heard Coach Mandan talk about that. They had a couple picks early. Mandan got up big 21-0, and Shanley couldn't dig themselves out of it. But, this Mandan team, they are set up for success, Scott. They are good at all levels on the defensive side. And then the part to me that it's the senior leadership of this Mandan football team, and it starts to me, surely it's the quarterback. Let's look at Max Carlson. He's a guy that's averaging 94 for 152. He's got 15 touchdowns, almost 1,900 yards throwing. So it's a guy that he's calm, cool, collected in the pocket. He gets it. He's not a vocal leader, but that's okay sometimes because there's other guys in this Mandan football team who's going to be a vocal leader. And he had a huge game last week in that quarterfinal and kind of set the tone, I think, for him in terms of how he's going to be coming into this playoffs, as he had 192 yards, a couple touchdowns, and just had a great football game. So Max Carlson, he's the key, at least from the quarterback side, but I call him the Big Four, Scott, and you know who I'm talking about. We're talking about Tri Frank. We're talking about Max Carlson, Lincoln Wiseman, and then one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the state, in Carson Jablonski. So they are loaded from all levels defensively and surely all levels on the offensive side.
And, Chuck, the one thing I want to touch on is from a football perspective is defensively. And you talked about Shanley going in the no huddle and defensively, Mandan certainly. But in a situation like that, how do you prepare as a defensive lineman, as a linebacker, and for that matter, as a cornerback to a team that knows that as soon as they're going to complete a pass, boom, they're going to go right away? I mean, it's going to be a whole different process for them than it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, the discussion, they interviewed Owen Gress, who's a two-way starter and one of the captains for Mandan, and they asked him that question, and his response was, we prepare for this. We train for this. We know that we have a number of guys going both ways, and Corbin, Boehm, and Gress both go both in the offense and defense line, which is one of the areas sometimes can be the most difficult in terms of going both ways. So he seemed like, we're okay. We got it. We'll be able to cover this. And so that's, to me, is all right. You get to here, you better be prepared, recognizing playing both ways, and Mandan has showed that they can be very successful. And from a Mandan's perspective, the key to me, your defensive leader, it's none other than Tri Frank. Last week, last time these two teams played, he had an MVP performance, and it was all those short passes that Shanley loves to throw, those quick passes out in the flat, and he did such a phenomenal job. He read it. He's just a very, very smart player. He can play the run effectively, and he can play the pass equally as effective.
Well, hey, it should be fun there. You see the Mandan Braves leaving the field, as it's going to be a wild one here tonight at the Starring Sports Complex. A lot of folks from Mandan filing in. I see a few folks from Fargo Shanley across the way have made their way here, and we're glad that we're here to bring this broadcast to you here this afternoon. As we'll take another timeout as our Shields pregame show rolls on with more shop sporting goods, hunting and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and Bismarck. We'll be back with more from the Starring Sports Complex after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. we found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome back to the Shields pregame show. Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont, Todd Daubriggs, Nick Holbrook producing tonight, Johnny Samuelson on the camera, Brandon Beater on the camera. We got the whole crew here tonight, live from the Starring Sports Complex on the PSP Network. Chuck, we take a look at the Fargo Shanley Deacons, and boy, certainly a team that has that, as Troy Manning talked about, that bad taste in his mouth from last year. These kids want to get back there, and boy, they're led by none other than their quarterback in Rosberg. And what a game last week, Chuck. 31 of 49, 387 yards and 4 touchdowns. This kid can throw it all over the football field. And when you got a kid that can do it, you got to have some guys that can catch it. Well, they've got that too.
Yeah, and you start with quarterback Michael Rosberg. You mentioned that, Scott. 2,400 yards, a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 28 TDs, just 7 interceptions. And, I mean, he's averaging 20 completions a game. That's just unheard of in North Dakota AA football. So it just shows the excitement that Coach Mattern has with these guys. And he's a smart kid, 3.9 GPA, going on to St. Thomas in St. Paul, Division I. So quality football player, going to be all-state again. A unanimous choice without a question. So when you got a leader like that, just like Mandan has in Carlson, that starts from there. But when I said one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in Carson Jablonski, well, you had about 3 guys on the Shanley team that just took a big, deep breath because Vuchiri Hakim is saying, hey, wait a minute, I've got 44 catches, I've got 750 yards, I got 9 touchdowns. Connor Kraft saying, whoop, timeout. I got 6 TDs and 36 catches. And then Sam Oshak saying, guys, I got 42 catches and 7 touchdowns. So they are loaded from top to bottom with receivers. And we didn't even mention Joey Dukart and the running back, Adam Leininger, who has a touchdown. So they throw the football, but I don't want people to get too crazy to think that they don't run the football because Adam Leininger, this guy is a beast. He's a second leading tackler in the East EDC. He's a great tailback. He had over 100 yards and a touchdown last week. This guy is just an absolute bulldozer. So he's going to be a change of pace back. They're going to give him the football. They're going to throw it to him, and they're going to let him run it. And they're going to have to stop not only the pass, but they're going to have to stop Leininger on occasion as well.
Well, TD, we saw some flags coming out of that Shanley huddle. You don't suppose A.J. Hines is anywhere on this field, do you? Because he's one guy that doesn't like flags.
I was specifically watching to make sure that nobody from Shanley planted it on the field, and they were much more educated than that. So, yeah, he had been fine with that. You know, guys, a couple thoughts from down here. You know, this Shanley crew is uber confident right now. You can just see it in their eyes. They want to be here. They want to be playing Mandan tonight, and it's a confident group. They just have this feeling that we've been here against this team. We got down early, but then we played with them, and so I just got a sense that Shanley's going to come here and play very well. Hey, one thing about the weather, you know, the wind has died down. It's down below 10 miles an hour right now. It's not going to be a factor in the passing or the kicking games at all. It is a little bit cold, however, so you see guys without sleeves, and it's a perfect night, Charlie, for the heavies.
I mean the athletes.
Absolutely.
Well, Chuck, and defensively, too, you take a look at Fargo Shanley, you know, they're giving up 20 points a game, and, you know, Mandan only giving up about 17. So defensively, neither one of these two teams a slouch either. So certainly it's going to be electric offensively, and it's going to be a matter what defense is going to stop what offense.
Well, and I think they get overlooked. That's the issue with these defense because they're really good, and they really mirror each other so very well on all 3 levels. They got great linemen up front. They got senior leaders with Mayhus, Carlquist, and they got some great guys with Leininger, Perkarovich, Jordan Leininger, and Adam. And then in the backfield, hey, they got some good guys in the backfield with Oshak, Hannison, Dukart, and then Mandan. We didn't mention their guys, but they're going to be extremely important. Rustin Menenwald, Church, Frank, Jablonski, those guys in the back. Everybody's going to be important, let's just say that, with these 2 offenses. But yet, as you mentioned, Scott, the defense is both teams are very high quality as well.
Yep, as both teams have taken their respective places on the sidelines here tonight. Fans still rolling in across the way as Deacons fans deciding to come watch the football game. Hey, it's going to be electric here tonight on the PSP network as we await the starting lineups. As National Anthem, we'll have that first, and then our starting lineups. And we'll take a timeout as our Shields pregame show rolls on. We come back. The starting lineups, the opening kick, next, right here on the PSP network.
Come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both a past but down.
We're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Well, there's a great rendition of the national anthem here tonight, and the cowbells are out, and the folks are ready to go here and cheer on their Mandan Braves, looking to make their first ever trip to the Dakota Bowl next week in the Fargo Dome, as we will be there with all the coverage for you. Let's give you the lineup there. Next Friday at 9:10, it'll be the 11-man B state championship. We'll kick things off, followed by the 9-man state B championship 20 minutes after that. And then it will be the 11-man AA state championship, and then we'll end it with the 11-man 2A state championship from the Fargo Dome. As you see, the Shanley starters being introduced on the field right now. And you'll get a chance to look at those here shortly, as certainly defensively, Mandan won the toss. They've elected to go take the football, which we figured, Chuck, whoever's going to win that toss is going to take the football for this football game, and that's what Mandan elected to do.
Yeah, and these two teams, we said their offenses, that is the key to both these two teams, and ultimately for both Mandan and Shanley, they want to come out and they want to set the tone in that very first possession.
Yeah, as they continue to introduce the Shanley starters on the field.
The Deacons are coached by Troy Mattern.
Troy Mattern, the head coach. As we had a chance there, you see the Shanley defensive starting lineup there. You see a lot of guys going both ways, and Perkarovich, Chuck, you talked about Leininger as well. Good job at the linebacker spot for Leininger. And
just the one thing to note, Landon Meyer, he did get hurt last week, and they thought he might be able to start, but he's not. He's going to be out with an ankle injury. So Perkarovich is going to move to an outside linebacker, and in is Jack Haldis, who actually started early in the season, Scott. So it hurts from a depth perspective with Meyer out, but ultimately Haldis is going to step in, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And then the Mandan Braves, as they're introducing the starting offensive unit for the Mandan Braves. As we said, they won the toss, and they elected to take the football as the starting offensive unit for the Mandan Braves. There you see right there, obviously led by the electric Carson Jablonski, but Frank and Wiseman, as Chuck Collum and Carlson, the big four there for the Mandan Braves. And certainly, you know, as those four go, the Mandan Braves go.
They do, and I think one thing to mention, too, about this Mandan team, there's some unsung kids, right? We know the linemen. We mentioned them along the way. You mentioned Hegney, as he's just an extended lineman at tight end, right? But Corbin, Bain, Gerhardt, Gress, and Steele, they're going to play both ways, those guys. But the one guy, Scott, we talked about a ton is Wyatt Peel. He's a blocker. He's going to guy that's going to get in front of Lincoln Wiseman, who we've talked all day about Mandan and hardly touched on Lincoln Wiseman. 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns, and he missed 3 games in the season. Last week in the quarterfinal at 231 yards and 3 touchdowns. So ultimately, it's a Mandan team that they can run the football, they can pass the football, and obviously they can catch the football.
A couple quick keys for you for this one, man.
Yeah, as I take a look at these teams, you know, kick coverage for man, that's one thing they're going to talk about, because Shanley's kick return, both punt returns, they got a couple touchdowns, and they got some kick return guys in Crispin and Oshak that can take it to the house from anywhere. So it's the kicking game, to me, is going to be a key in the colder weather. How are you going to handle that? But ultimately, how's Mandan going to handle the no-huddle, right? The no-huddle offense of Shanley. We're going to see that right away. And, you know, ultimately, we had early, is the weather going to be a factor? Well, I think I probably answered that. We're looking at a flag that's already still. As soon as the sun goes down, we got nothing out there, Scott. We got 43 degrees, so I don't think the weather is going to be an issue. So I'm looking at, from keys, we mentioned the no-huddle offense, and we mentioned the playmakers. Which one of the playmakers is going to step up and show their face tonight?
TD, any last-minute thoughts before we get this one kicked off?
You know, I mentioned how Shanley, you know, kind of feels like they belong here, but boy, I get the sense from the Mandan sideline that they feel like this is their time. This is their time to get over the hump. This is their time to get to the Dakota Bowl. This is their time to maybe win a state championship for the first time since 1948.
Well, here we go as the Deacons get set to kick it off, and kicking it away will be Matt Berg. And he will kick it from south to north, back to receive. That's Jablonski. And Tri Frank back to receive for the Braves. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Shields pregame show. Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions for fishing to fashion. As Berg awaits the signal from the official. And the boot meets the ball, and we're underway. Low driving kick, and it's going to be fielded by Jablonski at the 15. Quickly downfield, good coverage by the Deacons, and they bottle up Jablonski down at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Mandan Braves will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Just underway here. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP network as Mandan starts 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 22-yard line.
That was great kick coverage.
That was really
good. By the way, the Mandan blockers ran away from Jablonski. He was solo meal on that one.
Carlson, he goes out of the pistol. He's got receivers split left and right, slot to the left side as well. Carlson barks out the signals. Adjustment up front by the Shanley defense. They hand off Wiseman going left, cuts inside, busts off one tackle, and he gets out close to the 25-yard line. Stopped down at the 24-yard line on the stop there. That was Jack Haldis getting in that starting off or defensive spot for Meyer.
Yeah, that's Haldis and Leininger both in there, Scott. And that's the bread and butter play. A little handoff. You're going to pull that guard to the outside, have him pick off the outside linebacker, whether you turn him in or whether you block him out. And a great job on the very first play by Fargo Shanley. They've seen that play 1,000 times on tape, I promise you.
They give him a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Now Carlson. Deacons show blitz. Now they back off. Peels flops from the right side to the left side. Here's Wiseman going right, cuts back left, cuts back inside, and he's going to be bottled up for gain of a couple as he is out to the 28-yard line. Oshak.
By number 22, Sam Oshak.
Making the stop there for the Deacons.
Yeah, when he's coming all the way up from his free safety spot, you know he's getting really involved in the offense or in the defensive side. And, you know, with Lincoln Wiseman, Scott, that's one thing he is. He's got really quick feet. He's not only quick, he's tough. This is a track athlete. He's ran it at state in the 4x100, the 4x200, but he also is really quick.
A big 3rd down play here for the Mandan Braves. Just underway, 10:37 left to go, opening quarter play. Carlson has twins right. They show blitz on the right side, do the Deacons. Slot to the right as well, back to pass. Carlson, he's looking down the seam. He's got Jablonski caught midfield, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15 down the sideline, and Jablonski. Oh, a big play there for the Mandan Braves, and Jablonski just ran away from Leininger and Oshak, and Mandan is in the Serve Pro red zone, 1st down and 10.
They tried to bracket coverage him, but he was just too fast, Scott, as he ran right by the first guy, and a perfect throw by the quarterback, Max Carlson. Put it to the outside shoulder where there's no defense, and then he almost outran all of them, all the way got to the 14-yard line, as you mentioned that, a 56-yard completion.
1st down and 10 for the Braves from the 14. Out of the pistol goes Carlson, hands off Wiseman, going left, cuts back inside, and finds his way across the 10. May have fallen forward down to the 9-yard line. On the stop there was Hospitalis for the Deacons.
And that's a good first drive. You want to have that, Scott, as ultimately as you got that play. The guys up front, I'm just so impressed with Corbin and Bame and Garrett and Gress. I talked about their senior leadership. They've played a couple years as starters, and that is so big from an offensive line perspective when you know the guy next to you.
2nd down and 6 now for the Braves. 9:47 to go here, opening quarter play. Now they motion Frank right to left. They hand off Wiseman, going right, cuts left. Now he sidesteps the defender, and he's going to be stood up, and that appears to be a little no gain. Mayhus makes a stop, as we said. Mandan inside the Serve Pro red zone, 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro.
Mayhew's got a hold of him, Scott. And this is a kid who can bench 330 pounds. He can squat 485. He can clean 275. He just grabbed a hold of him, and he wouldn't go nowhere. I mean, he just absolutely picked him up and said, nope, that's it. You're done.
Sorry, Mr. Wiseman. So 3rd down and 4 to go. Ball spotted on the 8-yard line. Mandan, twins to the right side. Here's Carlson. Carlson rolling out. He throws it back. He's got Wiseman wide open. Caught. Touchdown. Mandan and the Braves are on the board. They lead it 6-0. What a great play call there by the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, give credit to Todd Sheldon initially for a great play call that we haven't seen. Everybody is looking on that right side. When you got Frank and you got Carson Jablonski. Even the guys in the middle are saying, okay, you're going to go to this right side. And the expectation when they faked that handoff to Lincoln Wiseman was he was just going to block. Instead, he drifted out into the flat and a perfect throw to a wide open Lincoln Wiseman for an 8-yard touchdown reception.
Alex Wagner on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole, the Ryder Peel. Snap, hold, kick up. It appears good, and it is. 8:50 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It is Mandan 7, Shanley 0. Back with the kickoff after this timeout on the PSP Network. Back, he's got Wiseman wide open, caught, touchdown. Mandan and the Braves are on the board.
Athletic trainer Emma Olsen, thank you to Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and
Finding the right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
And number 22, Sam Oshak. And the kick. For the Braves, number 1, Alex Wagner.
All right, tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in South Broadway in Mandan. Is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. The UPS store, as Wagner to kick it away. Back to receive Dukart and Oshak. And what this one's going to go, whoa, he kicked that one right out of bounds. Well, straight out of bounds.
They were concerned, obviously, kicking it, as we mentioned, to Crispin or to Oshak. So the idea was kind of a high kick somewhere in that 20-yard range, and it just kind of drifted to the right side, went out of bounds.
Well, so here comes the high.
I think they're going to make him kick again, Scott.
Oh, are they?
They're like, yeah, you're not going to get away with that. We're going to move it back 5 yards and try it again.
Yeah, okay. Well, they're going to re-kick it. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. They've been proudly serving the Magic City for 25 years as the largest laser tag playground in the region. Mouth-watering pizza and wings and the 30-inch galactic pizzas that are out of this world. Call and order now, 852-1700. Planet Pizza is out of this world.
That drive, Scott, started on the 22-yard line of the Braves. It went 3 minutes and 5 seconds, went 78 yards, 7 plays, and just one first down. The big play, obviously, was the 58-yard reception by Carson Jablonski.
Well, Tristan Ulmer on there now to kick it away, and Ulmer, he's going to do it again.
Ay, ay, ay.
And here comes another flag.
We're going to go back again.
And they're going to have to do it again.
Hey, TD, we were watching him in pregame in the practice, and it was kind of like this, wasn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately for Mandan fans, yes, that's exactly how it was. I just about had the first one. I had a fair catch called for it about 5 yards deep on the sideline. But this has been an Achilles heel for Mandan all season. I think at this point you just got to find a way to squib one out about 10 feet high, hit it right down the middle of the field, and then go gang tackle somebody.
And normally Alex Wagner has been kicking. He's an second-team All-State soccer player, doing 2 different sports at this time of year. But ultimately they had brought in Tristan Ulmer, he's a great punter to kick off. We'll see if he can get this one in.
Is it going to go out of bounds again? Nope, it's going to stay in bounds. Field to the 20, 25. Angling to the far sideline. That's Oshak. Here comes the coverage. Cuts it back inside. It hops across the 30. Now dances his way, and he's going to be brought down about the 32-yard line as Oshak, and that's where the Deacons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line, led by their senior quarterback, Michael Rosberg, 6'4", 210-pound senior. As the no-huddle offense for the Mandan Braves.
Buckle up, right?
Yep, fasten your seatbelt, folks. This one's going to go quick. I'll try to keep up best I can. Here we go. Rosberg comes out. He sends 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Rosberg works out of the shotgun. Rosberg back to pass, looking left across the middle. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be caught and ridden down right at the 35-yard line. On the reception there was Dukart, and making the stop was Wyatt Peel. So a gain of just 2.
It's the man-to-man, the solo tackles we're talking about. Peel, Frank tonight. Got to have them.
Here we go. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 8 on the gain of 2. Out of the shotgun again. Rosberg back to pass. He's looking. Ooh, he's under pressure. Now he's got to run. Now he's going to be swarmed under. Oh, and there's a lot of black jerseys there, and they were led by big number 64, Owen Gress.
And that is not a That's a coverage sack. Great coverage. Todd down in the field. Amazing right there for Mandan and the backers.
Here's a 3rd down and 9 now. They go trips to the near side. Single receiver to the high side. That's Hakim back to pass. Rosberg looking across the middle. Rosberg, he throws it down the near sideline. Great coverage there by Jablonski. Incomplete over the head of the intended receiver, Connor Kraft and Shanley. What are they going to elect to do here is...
I think you got it. Who knows? They should punt it. I mean, you don't want to get behind early at this point. And Mandan just showing... It's not like it's 4th and 1. Now, their quarterback is their kicker.
Yep, now it appears that they might go for it as Rosberg on 4th down and 9 deep in his own territory.
I don't think so.
Rosberg, he's running, fakes it. Now he's going to throw it underneath, and it's going to be batted away, incomplete, and a big defensive play as Troy Mattern gambles deep in his own territory, and Mandan turns him over on downs.
Paxton Olhauser was in there, Scott. I know Mendenwald, he's had a little bit of an ankle issue, and ultimately, what a big play by Olhauser. He steps up, knocks it away from Hakim, and turns the ball over on downs.
Ooh, TD, a little gambling going on by Mr. Mattern early on.
I don't know if I quite on board with that quite yet, but hey, man, you're going to score some points tonight, so roll the dice, I guess.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Braves from the 34-yard line of the Deacons. Carlson, Wiseman behind him. Now they motion. Frank, here comes Wiseman right. Bounces the outside, turns the corner. He's at the 25, 20, spins off a tackle, and he's down to the 15-yard line as Lincoln Wiseman run out of bounds there by Adam Leininger, and a big gain, 1st down for the Mandan Braves.
And what a block. First was try Frank. He came down and he was in motion. He had a great crackback block. They pulled that right guard, and Owen Gress, he got a kick out, and Lincoln Wiseman did the rest.
So a big play there as now the Mandan Braves near the Serve Pro red zone. Once again, Serve Pro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. 1st down and 10. Ball spotted on the 15-yard line. Here's Carlson out of the pistol. They motion. They hand off. Inside handoff. Here's Peel as he shimmy shakes his way over the right side and he falls forward. A decent gain there, Chuck, on 1st down for the Braves.
Yeah, they tried to mess things up as that same play they ran the other way, but instead they handed off to Wyatt Peel, the fullback, going kind of back against the grain, and just a great job at the point of attack by Fisher Hannison, the cornerback. He tripped him up, or there was nobody on that right side.
Clock winds, a 6:44 left to play here, opening quarter, as the Mandan Braves knocking on the door once again. They've got it 2nd down and 7 from the Deacon 12-yard line. Single receiver, that's Frank, near side. Now they motion Peel out of the slot from the left side to the right side. They hand out Wiseman coming right, cuts inside. Ooh, boy, and he is blowing up right there. As filling that gap was big number 56, Will Mayhews.
Well, Mayhews, 9 tackles for loss coming in, that leading this team, and another big one there as he just absolutely blew up. His lineman in front of him got in the backfield. Lincoln Wiseman tried to do a jump cut back in the middle, and big number 56, Will, said, "Hello, Lincoln."
So a 3rd down and 6, BNC National Bank. You're busy. Your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with the locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank. Here come the Mandan Braves on 3rd down and 9 now after that loss from the 14. Carlson rolling out. Carlson throws it underneath. He's got a man caught turning upfield, and I think that's Wyatt Peel. It is, and he's got enough for the 1st down. It's 1st and goal for the Mandan Braves. Jordan Leininger on the coverage for the Deacons.
Well, they have really gotten Wyatt Peel involved in the offense, whether it was rushing and now throwing the football as he faked that block, ran into the flat, quarterback rolled out. There was nobody in the 2nd level. He was looking for their first guy was in the back corner of the end zone. He was well covered. They dumped it down to Wyatt Peel, and he made a big 1st down play.
1st and goal to go. Ball spotted on the 3-yard line for the Braves. Carlson, receiver split left and right. Wiseman, the lone back, out of the pistol is Carlson. They hand off Wiseman. He's trying to get to the edge. Now cuts inside, finds a hole into the end zone. Touchdown, Mandan. Tack on 6 more, and they lead 13-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
And what a great read, Scott, as Owen Gress, he pulled to the outside, and Lincoln Wiseman stayed right on his hip. There was a great kick-out block. He dumped it inside, and nobody there to stop him before he got to pay dirt.
So Wiseman from 4 yards out, and Mandan now extends their lead to 13-0. Wagner on to attempt the extra point. Ryder Peel will hold it for the Braves. Snap, hold down, kick is up. It appears good from here, and it is. 5:09 to go. Opening quarter to play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Mandan 14, Shanley 0. You're listening to semifinal football action right here on the PSP Network.
Broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Well, Lincoln Wiseman, here's the kickoff, and it's going to be fielded by Oshak at the 10, 15, 20, downfield coverage, and Mandan, talk about the kick coverage, Charlie. Well, they said, big fella, look what we can do. And they get down the field, and that was great pursuit. Austin Bay, a 5'10", 175-pound sophomore leading the way, and the Deacons are pinned deep in their own territory once again.
Well, almost deja vu of the last time these teams played. As was a turnover on an interception the last time? Well, this time it's turnover on downs this game, and Mandan turned it into 7.
First down and 10 now for the Deacons. Here's Rosberg, twins right, twins left. Rosberg out of the shotgun. Rosberg, they hand off. That's Leininger straight at the middle. Breaks a tackle, 25. He's out to the 30, and he falls all the way down to the 32-yard line. Goes Adam Leininger. Chuck, and you talked about it. Don't sleep on the run, and that time they slept on the run a little bit.
Well, Adam Leininger, he is an absolute horse, Scott. At 220 pounds, he ran through him, arm tackle, got deep into the second level.
Rosberg, they throw a screen out in the flat, and that's going to be caught and immediately wrapped up. That's Medenwald over there on the far side as he makes – no, I stand corrected. That was Olhauser, and it'll be a gain of 4 to be second down and 6 from the 32. Rosberg, they hand off, and he's not going to go anywhere as Leininger. He's going to be stopped for a loss. And in there on the stop was number 87. That was McCoy Keller for the Mandan Braves, and Brendan Hoost as well. Third down and 5 now for the Deacons. Here's Rosberg. Twins right, twins left. Rosberg back to pass, looks left, pump fakes. Now he throws it out. He's got Kraft wide open, first down, 45. He's out to midfield, and he's wrapped up, and Mandan brought down at the 49-yard line.
Olhauser again on that tackle, Scott. Wide open, nobody around Connor Kraft in that left flat area.
So that'll be a first down, 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. Rosberg, twins right, twins left again. Rosberg looks right, he throws it out. He's got a man out there. Caught Oshak, tried to spin off a tackle, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 41-yard line. Wyatt Peel makes a stop there for Mandan.
They love the flats, right, left. They spread you all across the field and make you play all 40-plus yards on that one, both the wide and the short side.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage goes
Rosberg on the carry.
Rosberg, he's going to keep it. He goes straight ahead, and he's going to be short of the first down, but that'll be a third down and short situation. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Here's Rosberg. Third down and short. He's going to keep it. Starter steps right. Ooh, he breaks through the line across the 35, and he's down to the 33-yard line. Bayshants and Peel make the stop there for Mandan.
Yeah, ultimately, Mandan, they're going to have to watch him too because Rosberg is not afraid to run, Scott. He's got 213 yards and 6 touchdowns, and he's a big dude at 210.
First down at 10 now for the Deacons. Ball spot on the 33. Rosberg looks out in the flat. He's got a man breaking a tackle. That's Dukart. Turns upfield, and Dukart is going to be brought down at the 15-yard line and making the stop there. I didn't see who that was, Chuck.
It was Jablonski came up, and Olhauser. Medenwald's not in, Scott. That's not good news if you're Mandan, as they are attacking Olhauser right now.
First down and 10 now as they enter the Serve Pro red zone to the Deacons. A handoff Leininger, and Leininger is going to get maybe a yard, if not 2. They're going to give him 2 as he's down to the 15-yard line.
I think that was Perkarovich. They said
Was that Perkarovich?
who had stepped in for Leininger, and he got 1 carry on that play. But they got to, they're keeping Mandan honest on the run side.
Yes, it was. As Leininger back in the ballgame. There's 2nd down and 8 now for the Deacons. Now they motion Leininger out of the backfield. They throw it to him near side, and he's going to turn. Oh, and he bounces right off Frank. And he's going to get down.
Adam Leininger.
Yeah, first guy was
about the 10.
Revan Davenport. He missed him, and then Frank hit him, but he rolled off him.
So 3rd down and 5 for the Deacons from the 10. Rosberg. He's going to run it. Oh, he options it out Leininger. Leininger breaks off 1 tackle, leans forward. I think he's got the 1st down. Yes, he does. And so it's going to be 1st and goal to go for the Deacons.
Over pursuit there by Houston Peel. They made him cut back inside, but they didn't have any under coverage in terms of guys flowing to the football.
Well, 1st and goal to go now. Minute 42 to play, opening quarter, 14-0. Mandan leads in the BNC Bank scoreboard. Rosberg back to pass. He's looking left. He's got Kraft. Throws it over, incomplete. And on the coverage there, that was Medenwald. Yep, that was Medenwald on the coverage.
Yeah, he's not playing every play, though, but his good job. He was coverage. He was all over Connor Kraft there. Take a deep breath, right? I don't even. There's 3 completions, and I don't even know who they were to.
Yep. Unofficial stats tonight, folks.
Oh man, I gotta go back and do some auditing of these.
2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Rosberg, he's rolling to his left. Pressure on the backside. He's going to keep it, and now they come up in the pursuit there.
Rosberg on the carry. Zachary Beauchamp's on the
Beauchamp's on the stop there for the Braves.
Good coverage in the end zone on the short side of the field, and then Beauchamp's actually got blocked into him. They tried to hook him, but great job of keeping that outside leverage for Beauchamp's.
3rd down and goal to go. Rosberg, now they motion Leininger out of the backfield.
Whoopsie. Went on 2, huh?
Yep.
I felt like it was Canadian football as he turned upfield and they didn't snap the football.
Yep.
I couldn't see.
There's our that's our first flag of the game.
Well, I got a couple on the kickoff.
So now it's 3rd down and goal to go as they bring it back out to the 8-yard line. Rosberg, now he's got trips to his right, 2 receivers left, empty backfield. Rosberg barks out the signals. Rosberg back to pass, looking out. Here comes a blitz. He eludes out of it, spins, throws back in the end zone, over the head of the intended receiver, Kraft, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal to go for the Deacons.
And that's tough to throw it over his head as he goes 6'6", signed, or 6'8", he's going on to play basketball at South Dakota State, but the quarterback didn't quite get his arm
and the pressure had to have something to do with that as well, Chuck.
Absolutely.
So here we go. You can hear the Mandan faithful on 4th down and goal to go for the Braves. Twins right, 2 receivers left. Leininger, Rosberg out of the shotgun. Rosberg back to pass. Looks, throws across the middle, picked off! Out to the 10, 15, and down the left side of the field. That was Devin Church, and the Mandan Braves come up again.
Devin Church playing free safety, Scott, center field as Oshak put that right foot in the ground. He cut to do a hard post, and Church stepped right in front of him. Great play, TD.
TD, Mandan's come to play tonight.
I tell you what, 3rd down conversions on offense, bend but don't break on defense. Very assignment sharp thus far for the Mandan Braves.
So the Braves have it now, 1st and 10, ball on their own 16-yard line. Here's Max Carlson. They motion try Frank. Here shows the blitz. Now they give it to Wiseman. Wiseman trying to get the outside. Breaks the tackle. He's at the 20. Steps inside at the 25. Still on his feet, and he's down near the 30-yard line on a great run there by Lincoln Wiseman as he got to the corner, Chuck, and he's dangerous when he does that.
Well, he showed his speed, Scott. They underestimated that. The wheels of the trackster cars and Lincoln Wiseman, and he turned that corner, and then he'll cut back inside Bucheri Hakim and picked up another 5 yards.
Clock winds, now 40 seconds to go here in the opening quarter of play from the Starion Sports Complex. Glad to have you aboard here on the PSP Network as Mandan has it 1st and 10 now from their 30-yard line. Carlson barks the signals out. He's got receivers left and right. Carlson, they hand off straight up the middle, and Oh, boy, that was a violent tackle there. Getting the handoff, that was...
For Mandan, it was Dylan Geiger.
Dylan Geiger, okay.
He doesn't get a lot of carries. He was the lineman, or he was the fullback on that play, Scott.
Number 29, Jack Haldis. It'll be second down and 8 for the Braves. That brings us to the end of the first quarter.
And that's the end of the opening quarter here from the Starion Sports Complex on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 1 quarter in the books. It's Mandan 14, Shanley 0. Back with quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Semifinal game. At the end of the first quarter, Fargo Davies 0, Century High School 0.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers.
Second down and 8. Here's Wiseman coming left, and Wiseman breaks through across the 35 out near the 40-yard line. Another big gain there for Mandan. Cam Allers makes a stop there. Reminder coming up will be our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Donners can be found at Premier Chiropractic ND. It'll be a third down and 2 to go for third down and 1 for the Braves. They lead it 14-0.
Wiseman already 51 yards on 9 carries.
Carlson, the senior quarterback, trying to lead his team to the Fargo Dome. They hand off. Wiseman goes right, cuts back. He's got the first down and more as he bowls his way across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line. Goes Lincoln Wiseman, another first down, move the chains for the Mandan Braves.
Well, we talked about guys going both ways on Mandan's offense and defense. With a line right now, Carlquist, Hospitalis, Mayhews, they're all going both ways. And right now, the push for the Braves on the offensive line guy, it's advantage the Braves.
Right now it is, as 11:09 to go in the opening half of play.
47-yard line.
Be sure to reach out to Hubbard National Insurance. Haven't had a timeout yet, but Hubbard National Insurance, call them today at 355-3100. Ask for Josh Cattell or Michael Borman. Here's Carlson, fakes the handoff, looks down the far side. He's got Jablonski out there. Cotton drop.
Good play from behind by Ducart, Scott. The ball was thrown very well as on a deep post pattern from the outside receiver in Carson Jablonski. And I thought he had it initially and he came down with it, but Joey Ducart, the cornerback, he's got 15 pass breakups leading the East region. Make it 16, and that was a big one.
Yeah, it was. Good play there by Ducart, as that'll bring up a second down and 10 for the Braves. Ball spotted on their own 47-yard line. They lead 14-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Receiver split left and right. Carlson barks out the signals. Carlson hands off Wiseman. Wiseman cuts back inside, still on a move. He's across midfield and dives across down to the 49-yard line. Goes Lincoln Wiseman. Adam Melander makes a stop there.
Number 56.
Yeah, and Aiden Melander, he's a guy who's going to have to get some playing time. They're bringing some other guys in because the big guys are tired up front when Mayhews, Hospitalis, and Carlquist, as he mentioned. And then Holcraft, he also goes both ways from tight end to tackle.
So third down and 6 now for the Braves. Ball spot on their 49. They lead it on the Deacon 49-yard line. Carlson out of the pistol. Wiseman behind him. Carlson back to pass. Looking left. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be, in and out of the hands. The intended receiver there was Trinity Anderson, and he had him wide open down the near side Hakim on the coverage there for the Deacons.
It hit him right in the number, Scott. That's a kid that I don't even know if he's got a catch this year in Trinity Anderson. He goes in the backside. Everybody's thinking it's on the far side of the field where all your big four guys are. He throws it backside. There's an opening, a perfect pass, and it hit him right between the 1 and the 4.
Number 2, Caden Crispin.
Now back in for punt formation is Tristan Ulmer, back to receive for that is Dukart and Chrisman. Now that's a booming kick, and it's going to be fielded by Chrisman. He's going to be tripped up, still on his feet. Now he's got nowhere to go. He keeps grinding. Now he finally gets it out to the 15-yard line. And what a boomer there by Ulmer, and good coverage downfield for the Mandan Braves TD. Trinity Anderson, you think he was thinking goal line on that fly pattern on the near side?
Yeah, Hakeem got such length that I think he just disrupted the vision just a little bit of Anderson to man. Mandan's efficient, guys. That's a near miss on the completion to Jablonski. Nice play by Dukart to knock it away. And then a near miss on a pass to Trinity Anderson. Braves this close to going up by 3 scores.
So the Deacons now have it. They trail on the BNC Bank scoreboard, first down at 10. Here's Rosberg from his own 16-yard line. Rosberg pump fakes it, drops the football. He's got to fall on it. And he's covered up there by Hunter Corbin.
Yeah, McCoy's there too. Is McCoy? He's going to get McCoy and Corbin. They'll get about half sacks. It's when the ball goes down like that, and you're a lineman. You're like, who gets to tag him first?
So it'll be a loss of 3. Actually, loss about 4. So it'll be 2nd and 14. Here's Rosberg. Back to pass. Looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to go down again. He's sacked back at the 5-yard line. Another big defensive play there for Mandan. And that was McCoy, Keller, and Corbin in on the sack. So it'll be 3rd down and a whole bunch for the Deacons.
Back-to-back sacks. They are getting pressure on the outside from the defensive ends for the Mandan Braves.
Deacons got to get out to the 27-yard line for a first down. Rosberg back to pass. 3rd and a whole bunch. Rosberg throws it out in the flat. It's going to be caught. And Leininger turning upfield, but he's not going to go very far. He's going to be stood up at the 10-yard line, and that's going to be Wyatt Peel. And I got to believe here that no matter what, Troy Madden's going to punt the football away.
Hey, I thought Wyatt Peel was going to give him the bulldog. Is Wyatt Peel's dad a pro rodeo guy? And Shad, it looked like he was going to take him and just whip him along like, you know.
And then pull the rope out of the back of his pants and tie him up. Yeah, that's it right. Rosberg, he's going to punt it away, and it's going to be into the wind, but it's going to take a Shanley roll, and it's going to go all the way down to the Mandan 41-yard line, and that's where Mandan will start. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com to schedule a move or find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Let's also acknowledge our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As the factory authorized dealer for Aerial Seal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than the Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. Well, here come the Mandan Braves. They have the football again, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Carlson with receivers left and right. Hands off, Wiseman coming, cuts inside, and he's going to be stood up there. A good pursuit there by the Deacons. Mayhus. Oh, that's actually stand corrected. That's Carlquist on the stop.
We had linebacker blitzes, and I watched the game last week against Minot, and they blitzed a lot of linebackers. Both Leiningers, Jordan and Adam and Perkarovich, and they were blitzing all day. And that run blitz, they called it because Mandan's been doing first play has been a run, I think, every possession.
So to bring up a 2nd down and 11, 7:45 to go here. Opening quarter on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Mandan leads it 14-0 over the Deacons. Bunch formation for the Braves to the right side. Ball spotted left hash. They show blitz to the Deacons. They hand off Wiseman. Wiseman gets to the edge, turns the corner, and he's out across the 45, out to the 47-yard line. And I think big number 64, Owen Gress, may have got away with a block in the back here at about the line of scrimmage.
Well, the question, though, is, Scott, is you can block a guy in the back. There's about a 2-yard window on both sides that they're okay with allowing that. Now, the issue with that is he was outside the tackle zone, and so his hands were extended, and it was very close on that call.
So 3rd down and 4 after the gain by Wiseman. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. Another bunch formation again. Carlson taps his right wrist. Looks at Jablonski. Carlson back to pass. He wants Jablonski. Now he's going to be flush. Carlson on the move. He options it to Wiseman. Here comes the pursuit, and Wiseman can't get out of it, and that'll bring up a 4th down. As they wanted Jablonski, Jack Haldis makes the stop there. So what will Todd Sheldon elect to do here?
What they saw on the outside was man-to-man coverage. It was Joey Ducard on that 0 coverage, which is man-to-man, and he was off him about 8 yards. So he allowed the receiver in Carson Jablonski to do a cut in front of him, and the quarterback said, I can't go there. He kind of improvised on that play, and then just a great job by Haldis pulling him down.
Todd, good call here by Todd Sheldon, huh?
Back receive for the Deacons.
I thought maybe they're going to try to draw him off sides, but I think the better part of valor is to punt the football right here.
Almer almost had it blocked. He goes down, and it's going to be on the return. It's going to be Ducard, and Ducard out to the 40 to the 42-yard line.
And that's the danger, Scott, of those punts. This punt cover team or punt return team is so dangerous. They got 3 touchdowns already, and Ducard isn't even the one who's got a touchdown, but he caught at the 29-yard and big 15-yard return, getting out to the 44. Great setup again for Shanley.
That punt was almost blocked, too, guys, and it was almost a roughing the kicker all in the same play.
A handoff straight up the middle. That's Leininger bouncing off tackles out near midfield.
That's what he does.
He literally bounces off of people.
Punishing people when he gets hit.
Deslitz on the stop for the Braves.
2nd down and 5 now after that gain there. Clock winds to 5.5 to play. Here's Rosberg. Rosberg fakes it. He's going to keep it coming near side, and he's going to spin his way off the tackle and fall out close to the 1st down. Wyatt Peel on the stop there, and he's going to be about a yard short.
Be 3rd and 1.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1 now for the Deacons. 5:09 left to play here, opening half a play. Rosberg, he's going to keep it coming right. Gets to the outside, cuts back inside 40, and the ball almost got stripped, and he's down to the 35-yard line.
Got pulled down from behind by,
for the Braves,
let's see, by Revan Davenport. Good hard run by the quarterback.
So 1st down and 10 now for the Deacons. They trail 14-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Rosberg, they hand off. Nope, that's Prikarovich, and he found a way. He jabbed right, went back left, and he's out to the near another 1st down. Going to be a yard short out to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Peel again, and Prikarovich, Jed Prikarovich, the national champ for UND from Washburn. That's his son.
Got an update from Fargo. We'll give that to you here shortly. As that's Leininger. Nope, that's Prikarovich again. We got a score with 9 minutes to go in the half in Fargo. Century scores the first touchdown. They lead 6-0. Extra point was no good. So Century on the road again, trying to pull off another upset. And it's 1st and 10 here for the Deacons. They trail 14-0. Rosberg back to pass, looking left, looks in the corner of the end zone. He's got a man out there, throws it up, going up to get it. Kraft, and it's going to be incomplete. No, he's going to catch it, but flag is down. It's going to be offensive pass interference.
Yeah, 100%, Scott. Is the ball was thrown up in the air in the corner. It was double coverage by 2 men and a receiver. I think it was Olhauser and Devin Church, and then 2 hands on the back of Devin Church. It's like they were playing 500, right? Everything is open, and clearly a pass interference that's going to negate a touchdown. And he didn't need to do that, probably.
No, he did not need to do that, as he was open. And to both, obviously, the big size advantage that Kraft has at 6'8", but they caught him there. So a big penalty there. That's going to bring it. Yeah, that's going to bring this one all the way back to the 38-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 25 now for the Deacons. 4:15 to go here, opening half a play. Rosberg looks over to the sideline, gets to play. Now he talks to his running back. Now they motion lining out of the backfield. Rosberg's going to keep it. He goes left, still on the move. Rosberg, and he's down to the 29-yard line. Devin Church makes a stop there, so got a decent amount of yardage back, did Rosberg.
And that's that play, Scott. They are looking for Leininger to kind of get it to him out of the backfield, and Peel just dumps right to him, and the quarterback has to read it.
Rosberg on. And now we're going to have our first Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Call Hubbard National Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, as we go to break, 3:49 to go. It's Mandan 14, Deacons 0. Back with more from the Starting Sports Complex after this timeout.
Eaglehart's going to return the football from his own 15-yard line on the opening kickoff of the contest, and the Aggies are in the house for 6. Bob to the races, all the way up the far sideline, trying to break free. It's Eaglehart all the way to the house for a touchdown.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Second down and 16. They hand off Leininger. Boy, he's just carrying tacklers as he nears the first down. He's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
They had a blitz on the outside by Jablonski, but that was a handoff to Leininger, and he ran through 3 arm tackles. You can't tackle him up by the shoulder pads. Mandan's got to learn that.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3 to go. Rosberg. He's going to keep it coming right, and Rosberg fights his way close. He's got the first down, and boy, I'll tell you what, it hasn't been Rosberg through the air on this drive. It's been Rosberg on the ground.
He is not afraid to run the football, and he's ran the football 78 times in the season, so that's a big thing. Mandan trying to get somebody on the field.
Shanley inside the Serve Pro red zone as Rosberg barks out that he's going to keep it again. Coming right, now he goes straight up the middle. And Rosberg keeps inching his way down near the goal line as clock winds to 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Or I'm sorry, in the opening half.
And they spread you out, and Rosberg, he gets to choose, right? He gets to say, hey, everything's buddy spread out. I'm going to see if I can't run it, and he's been successful on this drive.
2nd down and 7. Rosberg twins right, twins left. Rosberg doing the 2-step back there. Mandan shows blitz. Now they fake it. Now they throw it in the flat. It's going to be caught and breaking a tackle to 5. And into the end zone on the reception was Sam Oshak, and so Shanley gets on the board on the 8-yard touchdown pass from Rosberg to Oshak.
Well, he talked about how man-to-man coverage, getting that solo tackles is such a key. Wyatt Peel was in perfect position, but Oshak, he is a tough, strong kid, great athlete, baseball player, hockey player. He ran right through that arm tackle and got into the end zone for an 8-yard touchdown catch.
Adam Leininger in to attempt the extra point.
Who's that? Is that
Leininger?
Leininger.
He kicks the extra points
right.
now.
Yep, Leininger.
Ooh,
and the extra point was blocked. So a big turn of events there. As we take a look at that before we go to break, and a tackle to 5. And talked about Chuck into the end zone on the reception was Sam Oshak. To go. Opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Mandan 14, Shanley 6. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go Kickoff. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Matt Berg, a low lining kick, picked up by Jablonski. He reverses his field. He's trying to get to the edge, and he's going to turn the corner, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
You watch him kind of limp a little bit, and you're always worried, like, okay, ankle, hammy, what is it? But he just kind of got the turf toe. Good coverage by Shanley.
TD, that extra point could loom large in this one the way it's going.
Yeah, I was kind of asking down here in the sidelines, did somebody block that? No, I think it was the equivalent of taking a divot with your driver.
Yeah, it went underneath the armpit, I think, of the Braves, Carson Hegney.
So here come the Mandan Braves, leading 14-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 2:29 left to go here in the opening half as they start 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Twins right, single receiver to left, ball spotted left hash here for the Braves. Carlson back to pass. He's looking on the near side. He's got Jablonski out there. Oh, and just over his head, incomplete at the 35-yard line.
Man, he was open too. He did kind of an out and up, and he had Ducart on the outside.
2nd down.
Ball was just a hair either overthrown or Jablonski should have maybe kept running and run through it instead of diving at it. But either way, it was another missed opportunity for the Braves.
So the Braves tried to go for the downs there, and it comes incomplete. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 27-yard line of the Deacons. 2:24 left to play here in the opening half. From the Starion Sports Complex, as the Braves slot to the right. Twin receivers that they show blitz. They come from the backside. They go to Wiseman, trying to get cuts back inside, and he falls forward for a gain of a couple out to the 29-yard line. So bring up 3rd down and long now, Chuck, for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, just good pursuit as they forced Lincoln Wiseman to cut back inside, and when he did, this time there was great pursuit by the Shanley defense.
We got a Hubbard National Insurance timing on the field. Call Hubbard National Insurance today. Contact your local Hub agents Josh Cotillo and Michael Borman, 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. 2:16 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Opening half, Mandan 14, Deacons 6. Back after this timeout.
Eaglehart's going to return the football from his own 15-yard line on the opening kickoff of the contest, and the Aggies are in the house for 6. Bob to the races, all the way up the far sideline, trying to break free. It's Eaglehart all the way to the house for a touchdown.
Welcome back to the Starion Sports Complex as Mandan leads this one 14-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard as they have it 3rd down and 8 from their own 29-yard line. Carlson back split to his left and right. Carlson back to pass. Looks, he's flushed, takes it out of the pocket on the move. Carlson, he's got the 1st down and more, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Prikarovich makes a stop there, and it's going to be a 1st down. So good recognition there by Max Carlson.
Yeah, everybody running kind of fly patterns, so nobody was open. And the one guy they did have in the flat was Terai Frank. And as soon as Frank saw the quarterback coming out of from the backfield, he did a great block. He walled off his defender and then allowed the quarterback to bust to the outside and pick up 15 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the Mandan 44-yard line. Carlson. Wiseman behind him out of the pistol formation. Now they hand off Wiseman. Wiseman trying to get the outside, reverses his direction, breaks out one tackle, and boy, he had to do all he could to get back, and he picked up a couple yards as Adam Leininger makes a stop. But boy, that was a tough individual run there by Lincoln Wiseman.
Yeah, did a lot to pick up 1 yard or 2 yards. One thing that Shanley's doing is when they see that little play, when they see them pulling the strong side guard, they are getting outside and forcing him to turn inside, and that's a great adjustment for the defense, and it's working very effectively because Lincoln Wiseman has not had any big runs in his last 6 runs. So 16 carries for 80 yards for Wiseman.
That'll be 2nd down and 8 now for Mandan. Clock winds a minute 23 to go opening half. Carlson back to pass. Carlson on the near side. He finds Frank. Oh, what a catch by Frank. Oh, are you kidding me? a la OBJ right there for Tri Frank, and that's going to be a Mandan first down.
Back shoulder throw, Scott. They had Tri Frank lined up way on the sidelines. He went upfield, and the quarterback did a little pump to him, and then he threw it to the back shoulder. He caught it with one hand, kept his feet in bounds, and picked up a big first down for Mandan. Give him, 14 and 4, 18 yards on that play.
Hey, Todd, welcome Tri Frank to the party.
Yeah, guys, right in front of my vantage point. What a grab. Almost tipped it to himself, kept his feet in.
1st and 10 now from the Deacon 36-yard line. Jablonski goes in motion. They look to him. They throw it out in the flat, and, he heard footsteps. And it's going to be incomplete as they got covered. That Leininger saw that one coming, and he covered that one up, and Jabo heard footsteps coming.
They read it as soon as he kind of came up. He was in motion. He went to that right side from out of the backfield. They tried to throw it to him, and Leininger, he already has a pick 6 on the year. He just about stepped in front of him on that one, but I guarantee you, number 2, Jablonski, he heard Jordan Leininger's 200 pounds coming his way.
So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Braves. Clock stops with 1:11 to play. Mandan, I believe, has got all their timeouts left. Yeah, they do. So we'll see what they can do here on this possession. Now they motion Frank from left to right. Carlson, they hand off Wiseman. Cuts right now, bounces it back left, and he fights his way across the 35 and not quite to the 34-yard line. And quickly to the line of scrimmage comes Mandan as the clock drips under a minute to go. And now we're going to have a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Hub is a leading North American insurance brokerage. You can find them at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road. 57 seconds to play. Mandan 14, Deacon 6 as we near the end of second half. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability. For all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs, your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Prestwith Orthodontics, specialized in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit MineOutBraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwith Orthodontics. 3rd down and 8. Jablonski steps up. He's got a man underneath. Caught Frank, the 20, and he's run down at the 18-yard line. Looking for Jablonski down the near side. Saw Frank underneath, and he found him. Holden Deutsch makes a stop there. Move the chains. Clock stops with 50 seconds left to play.
Yeah, they just get a little X pattern. They put Jablonski was inside. He went to the outside. They looked at him, pumped the fake there. Nothing open. They caught Frank on an in pattern.
Here's Wiseman going right, cuts inside. Wiseman Wiseman gets loose, and Wiseman bowls his way near another first down to the 10-yard line. And we've got another Hubbard National Insurance timeout. We'll keep it right here for this. We'll keep it right here as now they enter the Serve Pro Red Zone. There you're looking at our PSP Player of the Week, Peyton Boone. A reminder tomorrow. Oh, Peyton Bodine, I'm sorry. There was a D. The O and the D looked a little. So Peyton Bodine, as tomorrow coming up on the PSP Network. Hey, we're going to have 9-man football coverage for you as Todd and Chuck and the crew will be out in New Salem. New Salem Elmont taking on North Prairie in one semifinal. And then Nick Hulberg will be up in Velva, as that will be an 11B final. It'll be Velva hosting Hillsborough Central Valley in that one there. And then also it'll be Central Cass and Beulah doing battle on the other 11B semifinal. And then on the 9-man play, as we mentioned, New Salem, Elmont, and North Prairie. Well, the other one, it'll be a good one. Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion will take on Cavalier in the 9-man finals. And then the 2A finals, or the 11A finals, that's Fargo South and North tomorrow. That's actually tonight in Jamestown and Red River tonight. We'll try to update you on those as well. Good job, Mr. Hallberg. 2nd down and 3 to go from the 10. Mandan trying to punch another one in the end zone. Carlson fakes the handoff, rolls out, sets, looks, fires across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And no flag down as they tried to find Jablonski. I thought he had Frank underneath, Chuck.
Well, he was looking to that left side, and that was Frank. It was actually Trinity Anderson, but he was covered, and that's a play they scored a couple weeks ago on as they had great job up front by the lineman giving him time. It allowed Jablonski to come all the way from the right side across to the face of Carlson, and Carlson just missed him.
Well, an update from Fargo, Chuck, at the break. Century leads 6-0 over Davies. Here's a 3rd and 3 now for Mandan. 27 seconds to play. Carlson, Wiseman behind him. They motion Frank. We got a flag, and what is that going to be? Is that going to be?
It might be motion.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Or delay, maybe? I couldn't.
No, I don't think it was delay.
False start by Trinity Anderson. Not having a good start of this football game for Anderson. As Anderson playing a lot of minutes.
Well, that changes your play now here as both teams have 1 timeout left, but this will be a 3rd and 8. I'm guessing obviously this is going to be obvious 4-down territory here for Mandan.
Yeah, big spot for Anderson to come in on. And Scott, the reason he is because Mendenwald's hurt. So you've had Paxton Olshauser, who's your 3rd receiver, say, coming in.
Well, they better hurry too now. Sorry, Chuck.
I got 8 seconds,
Yep. Now it drips down to 4. Carlson better get off. 2 seconds. And now he gets it off. Steps up. He throws over the top. He's got a man. Tipped and caught back in the end zone. Touchdown, Mandan. That is Wyatt Peel. Oh, big play for the Mandan Braves.
And what a play. Peel lines up in the slot, and that's not the guy you're thinking. He runs just a straight seam route, and the quarterback throws a perfect over-the-shoulder throw. I couldn't see who was defending. It looked like he could have had an opportunity for interception, but the ball was just over the outstretched hands of the defender for Shanley. Big 15-yard TD for Wyatt Peel.
With 21 seconds to go, Mandan drives down the field and answers the Deacon touchdown. Wagner on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Ryder Peel. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 21 seconds to go in the opening half on the BNC Bank scoreboard. And breaking a tackle to 5. And Shanley into the end zone on the reception. And a sliding shack. And so Shanley, he was going to have an intercept on the 8-yard touchdown pass. Right field, right place, right time. Back with more for this timeout on the PSP Network.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
Interesting formation here as...
Well, that Wyatt Peel's the one who kicked it, and he just kicked it out of bounds.
Oh, that wasn't Peel. That was Ulmer.
Are you sure?
48. That's Ulmer.
Okay, 48, 42, you know.
42 is Peel.
I got that point. I thought that was 42. My bad. But Ulmer's not doing good either as he kicked it. They're trying to have him kick it short. You know, short right. Let's try left. Right's not working. Let's try short left. Another penalty for Mandan.
Well, we'll see what they can do now as Ulmer's going to try this again. And there he goes. And we're going to get a return from the 16-yard line on the return. That is Caden Chrisman, and he's out to the 40-yard line. And the Deacons will probably have time for one play, and I'm guessing knowing Troy.
One timeout.
Yeah, so they got one timeout left, so we'll see.
So you could come across the field and get a chance to throw the ball in the end zone, and we know Rossburg's got a cannon.
Yep, so we'll see what the Deacons elect to do here. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. They trail 21-6. They go trips to the near side, 2 receivers to the high side of the field. Rosberg back to pass. Rosberg sets, flushed out of the pocket. Now he throws to the sideline, and it's going to be caught out of bounds is Leininger.
To number 34, Adam Leininger.
So the clock will stop with 7 seconds to play. They'll spot it at the Mandan 45-yard line.
See, again, you can get the ball in the middle, a quick pass and a timeout.
Now they motion Leininger into the backfield, does Rosberg. Rosberg, the Mandan faithful, rises up. Rosberg back to pass. He's looking down the middle of the field. He's going to throw it in the end zone, and he's got in, batted down, and incomplete, intended for Kim. No flags. And that's going to end the opening half of play here from the Starion Sports Complex. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, as we go to break, it's Mandan 21, Fargo Shanley 6. We come back, we will have our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
And get ready for the second half.
Broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
shut that door.
Well, there you looking live at the concession line at the Starion Sports Complex as folks take a little break, getting some hot chocolate and soup. And they got chili and tortilla cheese soup there too tonight, Chuck.
Can we show something else?
As we'd like to welcome you back to our Premier Chiropractic halftime report, focused on improving the health of the Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. That's Premier Chiropractic, Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry Domries. As we are at halftime, 21-6. The Mandan Braves lead this one as a big first half for the Mandan Braves, Chuck, and more importantly, how big was that touchdown at the end of the first half, knowing that Fargo Shanley's got the football coming out at after the break.
Yeah, talking with TD too, it's kind of in that way in the end zone. It's tough for us to see that spot, and we did not see that the ball got tipped. And TD said, "Hey, could have been intercepted." Or TD, you call it. You were right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam Leininger, he had perfect coverage. You mentioned the touch that Carlson put on the ball, but actually allowed Leininger to get back into the play, and it absolutely went right off of his hands and tipped the football right into the waiting hands of Wyatt Peel.
Well, yeah, and Todd, you look at that first half, and I think when you talk about that first half, as you talk about assignment sharp, I really thought Mandan just did the right things in that first half. And when you hold a team like this Shanley team to 6 points at halftime, that tells you did some things right in practice defensively.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't have been more impressed with the mojo on the sideline, the execution, the play calling. I think everything was spot on for the Mandan Braves, and had a chance to visit with Coach Sheldon on the way out into the break here. And what's the message at halftime, Coach? He's like, you got to play 4 quarters to win football games around here. And so that's the message in that Mandan, in that locker room. And I visited with Troy Mattern coming out, and he mentioned 2 things. Boy, turnovers in the red zone, and then the lack of execution. And so he was like, boy, guys, we can clean these things up. But he mentioned to me earlier in the game, did Troy Mattern, he said, well, this is just like we started a couple weeks ago. Deja vu.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Chuck. And, when you talk about that as deja vu, and that's not how you wanted to start. But, I mean, if you're Mandan, I think you got to feel pretty good with where you're at right now, 21-6 over this team. And the one thing that comes back to mind to me is that I thought in the second half last week against West Fargo, Mandan didn't look real good for about the first quarter and a half, so third and partway into the fourth. Mandan's got to stay assignment sharp here in this second half.
Well, last week they had a lot of backups in the game, and I had talked to some people, and they said, hey, the second half was not an indication of how the game went because we played a lot of kids, and not necessarily worried about injuries, but they felt like they had that game in hand, and they did. And so that made it look a little more ugly than it probably really was, and Mandan just came out and dominated that football game. But to me, the difference is balanced. Mandan's extremely balanced, and we talk about the stats you'll get into that we'll talk about. They came into this football game, Scott, so balanced on offense that they were 44% in terms of running and 56% passing. Well, it's the opposite, 75-25 for Shanley, and Mandan really, they were able to pin their ears back consistently, and then they did a great job in the coverages in the backside. So I feel like that's one thing that Mandan, that's why they're in these semifinals, is because they're so balanced, running, passing, and doing everything on the offensive side.
And you think back to Fargo Shanley's only scoring drive of the half, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They went balanced. They had Rosberg running the football, they had Leininger running the football, and they moved it right down the field, ultimately scoring with a pass. But still, it was the run that got them there.
Yeah, exactly.
No question about it. Well, as we are at halftime here from the Starion Sports Complex and on the BNC Bank scoreboard at the break, it's Mandan 21, Shanley 6. We'll take a timeout. We come back. Chuck will have a look at the first half individual team numbers, and also we'll take a look at the first half scoring highlights. You're listening to Semi 2A Football on the PSP Network. Back after this timeout.
PSP Network has one mission: promoting local athletes. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network. It's game day.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetto Orthodontics.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
All right, welcome back to halftime where Mandan leads Shanley 21-6. We're at the Premier Chiropractic halftime show or intermission with Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Augen, and Dr. Becky Perry Domries. Can be found at premierchiropracticnd.com. Focus on improving the health of the Mandan and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care. Today we're at halftime. Take a look at some statistics in that first half, and this will show the tail of the tape. First we'll hit Shanley, as Shanley had led in rushing by Adam Leininger. He had 8 carries for 52 yards. Michael Rosberg, the quarterback, had 10 carries for 21. He had a couple sacks that kind of decreased his total. Isaac Perkarovich had 3 carries for 15 yards. Rosberg throwing 6 of 10 for 68 yards. That just shows when the coach is talking about throwing 40 to 50 times that they just have not had the football. But Rosberg, 6 of 10, 68 yards. He's got a touchdown. That was to Sam Oshak. He also has an interception. So 6 of 10, 68 yards, those 6 catches. 2 were to Oshak. He got the touchdown. He has 2 for 13. Connor Kraft has 2 for 37. Joey Ducard has 1 for 2 yards. And then Adam Leininger has 1 for 16. For the Mandan Braves, Lincoln Wiseman has 18 carries for 90 yards. Max Carlson has 1 for 15. Wyatt Peel has 1 for 3 yards. Dylan Geiger has 1 for 2 yards. Throwing the footballs, Max Carlson, good solid first half, 6 of 11, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 15-yarder to Wyatt Peel to end the first half, and an 8-yarder to get it all kick-started to Lincoln Wiseman. Tri Frank has 2 catches, 34 yards. He leads them in catches. Wyatt Peel has 2 for 25. Jablonski had a big one early in the first that led to that first touchdown for 58 yards. And then Wiseman also has an 8-yard touchdown in the air. So Wiseman has 2 touchdowns that first half. Team statistics, Mandan 21 carries, 110 yards. 21 carries for Shanley for 88. So Mandan averaging about 5.5 a carry, Shanley about 4. 6 completions for 125 yards for Mandan, 6 completions for Shanley for 68 yards. So both teams running about the same plays. 32 plays for Mandan, 31 plays for Shanley, but Mandan has 235 yards to 156, so plus 79 right there. A couple punts for Mandan, 1 punt for Shanley, a big one at 50-yarder for Rosberg. 4 penalties for Mandan for 30 yards, 2 for Shanley, for 28 first downs for the Braves to 6. 3 sacks on the Mandan side, Gress, McCoy, and Corbin. And then 3 tackles for loss for Shanley. 1 big interception at the goal line or at the 1-yard line for church. So Mandan, they lead 21-6, and ultimately, it comes down to just balanced offense. 110 on the ground, 125 in the air, and Mandan, they haven't dominated the first half, but they sure have played an extremely tough. They could have
be caught and breaking a tackle to 5 and into the end zone on the reception was Sam Oshak, and so Shanley gets on the board on the 8-yard touchdown pass.
First touchdown was for Mandan. It was a Wiseman, an 8-yard touchdown reception. The extra point made it 7-0 at the 8:50 mark for Mandan. That was their very first drive of the game. They went right down and scored as they had 7 plays, 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And then very next possession, they got it again, went down. Lincoln Wiseman again ran the football, went off to the right side, cut inside, and went across the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown run. The kick was good again by Wagner. That made it 14-0 at the 5:09 mark. First quarter ended at 14-0. Then finally Shanley got on the board as they, on their fourth possession, they rolled to the right side and found Oshak coming up here. Oshak had an 8-yard touchdown reception. Yeah, the kick was no good. That was at the 2:36 mark.
And breaking a tackle to 5 and into the end zone on the reception was Sam Oshak, and so Shanley gets on the board on the 8-yard touchdown pass from Rock.
And that play is a big 8-yard throw to him.
It's all new, man. We're just working into this, baby.
And then ending the first half, a huge play right here. It was 3rd and goal, and just a seam pattern down the middle for Wyatt. The ball was thrown up in the air, and the ball went right through the arms and tipped it by Leininger. Wyatt Peel stayed concentrating on it, and he caught it in the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown. The kick was good again, made it 21-6, and that's how it ends at the first half. So unbelievable on these. The coverage we're doing, it's just fun to be a part of this, Nick and company. And so now I want to give some love to my boys down in Arizona. When I went down on my birthday, they're listening. These guys don't even know anybody other than me in North Dakota, and my boys Dave Johnson and his wife Kelly and Joe Jackson and Barb, they're down listening to us. So hey guys, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you guys joining in from Green Valley, Arizona.
Well, and I'm guessing too that those folks are sitting outside in somebody's back porch around a little table and enjoying the nice night down in Arizona, and maybe having a couple glasses of water
could be
to go along with
absolutely,
that.
They could be.
Well, both teams have made their way back out onto the playing field as we inch closer to the second half, and we got 24 minutes to go to see who is going to punch their ticket to the Fargo Dome next week. As we'll take one final timeout on our Premier Chiropractic Halftime Show. When we come back, the second half kick next, right here on the PSP Network.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Welcome back to the Starion Sports Complex, and for those of you that one of the new added features that we have, obviously a little video of us in the press box. No, those are not suspenders that Chuck Claremont has on.
Wearing suspenders with a polo shirt, right? No, they're binoculars. They help severely from our vantage point. So thanks, Pat.
Yeah, well, here we
thought
go.
I was starting a new trend.
As the second half kickoff, we'll see if Mandan can do some things better on the kickoff team, as Ulmer's going to kick it off. Oshak and Dukart back to receive this one. And here's a low lining kick. It can be fielded by Chrisman. Chrisman angled to the near side, trying to get to the outside. He turns upfield. There's a block in the back there. Flag comes out. Chrisman dodges a bullet. Chrisman still on the move. Chrisman breaking free, and Mandan finally drags him down at the 35. But hang on, it's going to be a block in the back, and this one's coming back against the Deacons.
Yeah, at the 18-yard line. Chrisman, what a talent. Here's a story to talk about. It's got three guys, three studs. Connor Kraft. Let's see, the basketball players who did not go out last year. Kraft, Hakim, and Crispin, those guys didn't play last year. They got talked out of, according to Coach Mattern, he said every basketball game, I made it a point to catch those guys as they were walking off the court and tell them, hey, we need you to come out, we need you to come out. And what happens? They came out, and tell you what, those three guys have made a tremendous world of difference for the Shanley Deacons, and that's one of the reasons why they're sitting here in this semifinal game tonight.
Well, here we go as this one goes all the way back to the 9-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. That's where Rosberg and the Deacons will start. Twins left, twins right. Rosberg hands off Leininger over the left side, and he's going to get a yard out to maybe 2. They're going to spot it about the 10-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd down, and they're going to give him 2 yards. That'll be 2nd down and 8. Rosberg again, Leininger. Rosberg out of the shotgun. Rosberg back to pass, looks left, throws it, caught, and down at the 20-yard line, right at the first down marker goes Connor Kraft. So move the chains, that'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, right at the chains. Good route running there as you got to get past that 20-yard line. He settled down, the quarterback hit him.
1st down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Rosberg again, same formation, back to pass, looking right. Now dances back in the pocket, and it's going to be caught and out of bounds. Goes Kraft. Jablonski on the coverage there for the Mandan Braves, and that will be just shy, so it'll bring up they're going to bring up, it'll be 2nd down and 1 as they got to get across the 30-yard line. Ball spotted on the 29. Again, same formation. And they hand off, and that's Leininger on the carry. I think he got the 1st down.
He did gang tackle on that left side, but he did get across, move the chains. And Mandan, the guys on the outside, Scott, they're giving the receivers some cushion. And by doing that, they're allowing the quarterback just hit these guys for 9 yards, 9 yards.
So 1st down and 10 now from the Deacon 31-yard line. Rosberg claps his hands, throws it out in the flat, and it's going to be caught by Dukart, turning upfield. Throws one tackle away, sub 45 midfield, down the near sideline, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. Touchdown, Sam Oshak.
Oshak just on a simple out play, Scott. And what did Mandan do? They did not tackle him. They didn't push him out of bounds. They didn't get in front of him. And Oshak, he is one of those players. He is a difference maker. And what does he do? He picks it up and goes 69 yards for the touchdown.
So Sam Oshak, just like that, Deacons strike in this 3rd quarter, and it's now 21-12 on the BNC Bank scoreboard, and it appears that they're going to go for 2 are the Deacons.
That was a Houdini type play right there. It seemed like Mandan had him boxed in 3-4 times, and he somehow got out of that.
That can't happen.
Deacons will attempt the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the 2-point conversion. Bunch formation on the near side. Rosberg barks out the signals. Rosberg rolling to his right, rolling still on the move, throws it in. It's going to be over the head, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Oshak. He wanted a flag.
Yeah, they might have got away with one little push from behind by
Rosberg.
heel.
25-20, tackle 5, 15, 10, 5.
Water. Boom. Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Well, 69-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Rosberg to Oshak, and it's now 21-12.
64 yards of it were tackle after the initial contact, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yak yards after catch.
As Matt Berg on to kick it away, and it's going to be a little pooch kick. And, yeah, that one's going to go right out of bounds. Here comes the flag. Now is Mandan going to return the favor and make him do the same thing? I'm guessing so, huh?
I would think so. See what they're going to do. They're going to call.
Kick went out of bounds, but they'll take it on the 35-yard line.
And Mandan's just going to take it.
When did kickoffs get so hard?
Yeah, no doubt. when you got guys that Mandan and the Jablonski and Frank that you don't want to kick to, and when you don't want to kick to Dukart, Crispin, or Oshak.
I think their directional kicking is a little bit too precise tonight.
Yeah.
Well, the Braves are going to take it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Carlson, bunch formation for Mandan. Jablonski split to the near side. They hand up. Wiseman goes right, cuts back inside. And he's not going to get anything there as the Deacons pursued well to the football on that one.
Same thing again, Scott. They've read this one. They've sniffed this one out, saying we are not going to get beat by Wiseman getting to the outside with his speed. They are turning everything inside.
Might well have our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game report coming up. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. We'll also have our Sport Clips player of the game and our Jobbers moving and storage moving the game. 2nd down and 10 for the Braves. They motion Frank. Carlson back to pass, looks, throws, caught. Jablonski at the 40, breaks a tackle, and gets a couple more up to the 42. He's going to be short of the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 to go.
And the one thing, same thing, is they got loose in terms of coverage on that outside because Jablonski has been running so many deep patterns. They're going to free him up a little bit now and look to kind of get him some under routes.
You know, the one thing, too, Mandan Chuck is not going to be in any hurry to run offensive plays with this lead right now as quickly as the Deacons go. So here we go. Big 3rd down here for Mandan. 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Carlson looks. Back to pass. Jablonski underneath. Caught midfield. 1st down. Stop there made by Joey Dukart and move the chains. That'll be a Mandan 1st down.
Deja vu. You're going to give me 8? I'll take 8. And Mandan is just playing loose on the outside receivers for Shanley, and this time now Shanley's doing it for Mandan. And it was set up, again, because of the first half, because of all those fly routes that Mandan was running.
Clock winds and 9:33 left to play. Mandan will have it 1st and 10 from midfield. Ulmer and Olhauser go wide right. Trinity Anderson split left, slot to the right as well. They hand up. Wiseman goes right, cuts back, and he is going to be bottled up as that one's not going anywhere. And Luke Holcraft there. Also in on the stop was Mayhus as well.
Yeah, as Holcraft did just what he was supposed to do. Right defensive end. He stayed where he was supposed to. Wiseman tried to cut back. He did not allow him to cut back. He pushed him right back into Mayhus. Another tackle for loss for.
Yep, that's a loss of 1 back to the 49-yard line. BNC National Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank. Frank goes in motion. Frank, pressure from the backside and sack back at the 42 as Luke Holcraft comes up with a big defensive play for the Deacons, and now it's going to be 3rd and a whole bunch for the Mandan Braves.
They didn't block the backside end, and the reason they don't block it because it's a timing route. The quarterback was expected to get the ball off before he got there, and Hallcraft just did a great job pursuing. The quarterback did not even see him coming.
So now 3rd down. Well, they got 11, but it's actually 3rd down and about 17 for the Braves. 7:59 to go in quarter number 3. Olhauser goes wide right, twins to the near side. Now they motion Peel from right to left. Carlson back to pass. Carlson steps up. He's under pressure. He's going to run for it. Carlson on the move. Still on the move. He hits the 45, and he dives down close to the 1st down. They're going to spot a shy and right at about the 42-yard line. And now we'll see what Todd Sheldon will elect to do here.
Yeah, 15-yard run by Max Carlson. Smart play for him. And now what do? This could be a huge play. You don't get the touchdown. You don't get the 1st down. Shanley, again, great field position. But when you got an all-stater in Wiseman and you got a smart quarterback in Max Carlson, it lowers your risk, let's just say.
So here we go. 4th and 3. Big play for the Mandan Braves offense. Big play for the Deacons defense. They motion Frank. They hand off Wiseman. Wiseman cuts it up, and Wiseman, he's got the first down and more. He's across the 40, down to the 39, and a big hard run there by Lincoln Wiseman, and Mandan gets another first down.
You know, that's a player knowing where he's got to get the first down, Scott. He got to the outside. He put his left foot in the ground.
Side, slot right. Also, here's Carlson barking out the signal. Back to pass. He's looking over the top. He's got a man, and he's going to be tripped up at the 25.
That's that same play they scored a touchdown on. Scott Leininger was running behind them. They got their feet tangled up, and, you know, what's the call on that one? You just say it's a no call? Well, clearly his feet they got tangled up because Leininger was running behind him.
Yeah, the intended receiver there was Wyatt Peel, so it'll be third down and 13 now. Carlson gets the play from head coach Todd Sheldon.
I think that was a good call there, guys. Leininger was looking back in the backfield, and their feet just got tangled up, so I think that's a good no call.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Todd, as Ulmer, now he's got to get wide the right side. Twins to the left side. Carlson, now they flop Peel from right to left. Back to pass. Carlson looking left, looking for the hitch and go. He's got Jablonski out there, and it's going to be over his head at the 10-yard line. He had his defender beat, and Carlson just threw it too far.
You could see that coming. They had set it up with those two short routes, Scott, and he did the same thing. Faked that little 10-yard route. He got behind him easily 3 yards, and the quarterback threw it too far out of bounds. Another missed opportunity for Mandan.
Well, and it appears, Mandan's going to punt the football.
Well, last time the Deacons went 92 yards on a long field, so trying to still stay field position for Mandan, but it is a two-score game being down 9 because of the 2 missed extra points.
So Chrisman back there and Oshak back to receive. Ulmer to punt the football away. High snap. They're going to fake it, and they throw it, and it's going to be caught, and no. Going to be out of bounds as they tried to fake it.
Couldn't see where they threw
I
it to.
think it was Braden Bosch, if I'm not. Yeah, it was 16, Braden Bosch.
Well, Shanley's been coming hard. You heard at halftime, Todd talked about that, Todd, about how Shanley comes hard. Against Minot did the same thing on the block, so they tried to run a fake punt, and the guys in the back, they perfectly knew it.
So here we go. Now the Deacons have it. 5:27 to go, quarter number 3. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Shanley's got twin receivers left and right. Rosberg barks out the signals. Flag comes out. I think we're going to have a penalty. We can tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Have been probably helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. So now that moves it back. It'll be 1st down and 15. Rosberg, again, twins right, twins left. Rosberg back to pass. He throws it quickly right, and Hakim makes a catch, turns upfield, the 40, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Boy, he just out-muscled Olhauser there and made a good catch. It'll be a first. Nope, they're going to be shy of the 1st down, so it'll be 2nd down
Olhauser tried to get through him there, Scott, but Kim was so big and strong that it didn't let him.
You got Trinity Anderson on the outside. They hand off Leininger, and he's got room up the middle. He's got the first down.
On the carry.
Out to the 49-yard line.
On the stop for the Braves. That
Clock stops. They move the chains. Now they start it up again on first down and 10 now for the Deacons. Rosberg back to pass. Rosberg looking left. He throws it out there. He's got a man out there. Kraft goes up and catches it, and down at the 20-yard line is Connor Kraft. And that was a mismatch as Olhauser on the outside there, and Kraft comes up with a big play.
We haven't said enough about how not having Medenwald in there, Scott, is huge. They are picking on Olhauser. They are going at him time and time again. That one, it was Kraft at 6'8", going up high and getting it.
So 1st and 10 as they enter the Serve Pro red zone, near the Serve Pro red zone. Rosberg's going to keep it, running right, turns upfield at 15, and he jumps down to the 10 and spins all the way down to the 8-yard line goes Rosberg. So it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Deacons.
Big run by Rosberg. When you're guarding everybody man-to-man on the outside, there's one extra blocker inside.
So 1st and goal to go from the 8-yard line. Leininger straight up the middle, bouncing off tackles. He gets it down to the 5.
Well, slow start in the first half by Rosberg. He was 6 of 10 for 68. Well, now he's 11 of 15 for 199. Got somebody down.
Now we got somebody down. Todd, can you get a number on that injured player down there? Is that Leininger?
It's Leininger, yes.
Oh, boy.
He just got hit. He has his helmet off.
Yeah, so Leininger is down on the field. As we can tell you, tonight's game brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. They've been proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years as the largest laser tag playground in the region. Mouthwatering pizza and wings and the 30-inch galactic pizzas that are out of this world. Call and order now, 852-1700. Planet Pizza is out of this world. Reminder, we'll have our Sport Clips player of the game. Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And also have our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Is sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help you move across town or across the country with locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com.
Leininger's a tough kid, Scott. This guy is a great athlete. I mean, he's led Shanley to 2 back-to-back runners-up in baseball, but he has shown his toughness. He got up, he's walked off. Let's hope that he'll be back in the football game for the Deacons.
2nd down and goal to go now for the Deacons from the 5-yard line. Rosberg fakes the handoff. He throws it. Kraft turns upfield, and Kraft's going to be brought down after a gain of maybe a yard.
Peel stepped in there, Scott, on a great play. Got outside inside one of the blockers, trying to push him outside, and went down low and grabbed a hold of the foot.
3rd down and goal to go now. Oh, they're going to say, it's from the 4-yard line. Rosberg, twins left, twins right. Rosberg, he's going to keep it. He runs straight up the middle, and Rosberg into the end zone. Touchdown, Fargo Shanley on the 4-yard touchdown run by Michael Rosberg.
Mayhews, Butler, Carlquist did a great job. Those 3 guys in the middle opened up a huge hole for the quarterback as he came out of that pistol formation and busted up the middle for a 4-yard touchdown run.
And now makes it 21-18, and this time they're going to kick the extra point, and that is going to bring in
Leininger.
Matt Berg. Leininger just went
Leininger's out. See on that sidelines if he's got his helmet off, if it's a concussion or what it might be. I don't want to speculate. Now you got too many guys on one side of the field for Mandan? What
do we got here?
Just kidding. He's picking it up. Nope.
Illegal participation. 12 men on the field on the defense.
So now, what do you do? Now do they?
Oh, now they're going to go for 2.
Move it up to the half the distance of the goal. You go to the 1.5-yard line.
Yep. Now the personnel change on both sides as the Deacons are going to go for 2. 3:26 to play. Quarter number 3, 21-18. Rosberg, as Rosberg comes back left, twins right. Rosberg, he's going to keep same formation. Shot of the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Prikarovich stands alongside Rosberg. Now they motion. And Rosberg, he's going to keep it. He's going to go straight ahead, and I think he's in. Yes, he is. No signal yet.
It looks like he's across the line.
He's in as the 2-point conversion is good. 3:26 to go here in quarter number 3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard at Mandan 21, Shanley 20. Back with more after this timeout from the Starion Sports Complex.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Well, Rosberg cuts the touchdown of the 2-point conversion, cuts the lead to a 1-point lead as it's been all Shanley here in quarter number 3.
2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. That one went 63 yards.
Matt Berg, a little pooch kick. They're going to try to keep it away from Jablonski. Picked up 25. And now tripped up there at the 25 on the return.
Crispin was the guy who did the big job going down low and cutting them down.
That was Nolan Johnson.
Well, Uncle Mo's on whose side right now, big fella?
TD Uncle Mo's made a little bit of a change now, huh?
Yeah, I tell you what, that Shanley sideline is fired up right now, and it is completely swung in favor of the Deacons, and they can feel it right now.
Well, Troy Mattern just about threw his arm out hollering at his defense. So here we go. First down and 10 from the 25, Mandan's own 25. They go twins left, single receiver to the high side of the field. Carlson, hands off, Wiseman over the right side, spinning off tackle, and he gets about 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, you know, Mandan, it's just straight ahead blocking now. Nobody's pulling. It's kind of man-on-man, a double team at the nose guard. And so Mandan's trying not to run that play that ultimately Shanley was reading time and time again.
Chuck, an update from Mandan the start of Fargo, the start of the fourth quarter. Century leads 12-0. They've missed 3 field goals and a couple extra points. But Century leading that one 12-0.
Century's missed the extra points and field goals, obviously.
They hand off. No, Carlson keeps it. He throws it out in the flat, and he overthrows Frank.
I think his arm got hit by Hallcraft potentially down there. As there's a fake the handoff. I like the call. Fake the handoff to Wiseman. You roll out to your left. You got Try Frank one-on-one on the outside.
Oh, they missed 2 PATs and a field goal, not 3 field goals. So Century leading that one 12-0 as they start the fourth quarter in Fargo.
How about how big this play is?
Yeah, 3rd down and 7 here for the Braves as they've been stagnant here in quarter number 3. It's been all Fargo Shanley as Carlson sends twins to his left. Clock winds to 2:42 to play, 3rd quarter. Now they motion. Peel right to left. Carlson fakes the handoff. Looking for out in the flat. Olhauser goes up, and no, it's not. It's incomplete. Almost. It was in the hands of Hakim, but that was triple coverage there. They tried to go to Olhauser.
Yeah, they read that one all the way.
Yep, another punt situation now for Mandan.
Number 1.
To me, one of the difference of the game tonight, Scott, is Menenwald not being out there, and it is making a difference right now for Mandan. Not on the offensive side, but right now, Mandan, these back-to-back possessions, they've been stopped. First on downs, the first possession in the second half, and now they got to punt it.
Todd, is he hurt? Do you know down there? There's a high snap. Oh, Ulmer, he's got to run with the football. Oh, now he gets it off. And a good kick as it goes out of bounds as the pressure came, and he was able to get it all the way down to the 39-yard line, run into the Shanley sideline.
Ooh, that
was ugly there.
That was lucky. And as it turned out, it could have been a sack and a turnover on downs, but instead he gets 33-yard kick, which isn't great, but under the circumstances, it's really good.
So here comes the Deacons again. They trail at 21-20 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 2:28 to go in quarter number 3.
Now somebody's got to make a play. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be, they got Olhauser out here again. Look for them to go outside to Hakim and Oshak on this side.
Yep, as the 1st and 10 now from the 39-yard line. Rosberg barks out the signals. Rosberg is going to throw a quick pass to Hakim. He catches, gets a block. Hakim on the move, and he's ripped down at the 45, but a good gain there. A gain of 6 for the Deacons.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. Olhauser's 12 yards off the line of scrimmage, Scott. So that's an easy call for Coach Mandan saying, all right, we'll just run a wide receiver screen.
2nd down and 4 now for the Deacons. Rosberg's going to keep it. He goes right up the middle, and he creates contact there. He's a yard short of the 1st down.
Beauchamp's on the stop.
Beauchamp makes the stop for the Braves. 3rd down and 1. I'm guessing Rosberg's going to call his own number again here on 3rd and short. Rosberg, he's going to keep it coming. Yep, he got the 1st down and more. He's at the 45, spins. He's still on the move, and he's down all the way down to the 40-yard line. Goes Michael Rosberg.
Now it's the bigs up front for Mandan, for Shanley. They're the ones who are controlling the line of scrimmage. And is it because now Mandan, maybe they're a little tired now as they're getting later in the game?
1st down and 10 from the Mandan 40. Rosberg back to pass. Rosberg, he's looking left. He's got a man out there, and it's incomplete. Oh, did he catch it on the? Nope, he did not, as Kraft.
Good coverage on the inside. I think that was Olhauser, Scott, who this time was running. He had perfect inside coverage. The ball was underthrown just a hair, and Hakim couldn't come up with it.
Oh, that was Kraft, Chuck, on that far side, I think.
Kraft, okay.
Yep. So 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Minute 30 to go. Rosberg barking out the signals. Sets him down. Here we go. They motion Leininger out of the backfield. They throw it to him and gets a block, and Leininger breaking tackles. He's at the 30. Still dragging tackles. He's down to the 25-yard line. Goes Adam Leininger.
Nice to see him back in the game as he was hurt in the last possession. So they just take him out of the backfield. And that's a play that they've been running. They haven't thrown it to him, but they've been putting him in motion over there, and it's been Rosberg who's been running.
Minute 20 to go. 1st and 10 now from the 25-yard line of the Braves. Rosberg again. Twins left, twins right. They hand up Leininger. Ball's on the carpet, and Rosberg falls on it. That was a break there. The Mandan needed to jump on, but Rosberg.
We got the Shanley coaches next to us. Yep. They're just giddy right now, giggling and everything else going on right now because everything they're calling is working.
Yep. So a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Deacons. Clock winds to 50 seconds to go. 3rd quarter of play. It's been all Shanley in quarter number 3. Here's Rosberg. Rosberg, they throw a bubble screen. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be Chrisman spinning off tackles. He's out of bounds at the, he's drugged down at the 16-yard line on that far side.
About 17. They picked up about 9 yards, Scott. Underneath throw, get it to Crispin. He got a good block by Connor Kraft on the outside. Picked up, 9 yards back on after that fumble.
4 down territory here. It'll be 3rd down and about 4. Rosberg's going to keep it coming right, and he is going to be met there. And that's going to be little or no gain as Try Frank coming up making the stop. So now it'll bring up a 4th down, and the Deacons are going to go quickly, and this might end. And it is, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. Well, we've got 12 minutes to go in this semifinal game. Who will advance to the Fargo Dome? Well, stay tuned. You'll hear it right here on the PSP Network. On the BNC Big Scoreboard as we go to break, it's Mandan 21, the Deacons 20. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Well, we've got 12 minutes to go in this one. TD, a pretty big play here for the Mandan defense.
Yeah, huge play. TD's trying to get things set up down there, but yeah, this could be the play of the game.
Yeah, it certainly could be, as they have risen here in Mandan. It is 4th down and 2. Rosberg barks out the signals. Oh, they direct snap at Leininger and appears. Ooh, that's going to be close.
Well, see, the spot is they tried to kind of throw him off as Rosberg just took a walk like he was going to change the play, walked over to the coach, kind of putting his hands on his ears saying, hey, what's going on? And then they direct snap to Leininger, and Leininger got right to the line to gain.
Oh, and they gave him a good spot there.
Great job, good call, good hard run by Leininger picking up that first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now as the Deacons inside the Serve Pro red zone. 24/7 emergency service. Serve Pro. Here's Rosberg. Back to pass. Looking right. Throws it underneath. Caught. Turn up field is Oshak and run out of bounds. At the 5-yard line goes Sam Oshak.
Yeah, they have Hakim clearing him out, going a straight fly pattern. Then Oshak runs a flat pattern in front of him, and the quarterback hits him. Perfect timing.
10:24 left in Fargo. Century picks one off in the end zone. They lead it in quarter number 4. We've got a first and goal to go. Here's Leininger right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, and Shanley's got the lead.
4-yard TD run by Adam Leininger off that right side over Carl Quist, the All-Stater, and Damon Hospitalis. What a turn of events here after halftime. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Shanley Deacons.
Yeah, 26-21, and we'll see if the Deacons appear they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here.
It would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense because then Mandan, just make it a 1-score game and an extra point. But that appears what's going to happen here is Mandan now finds themselves trailing this one. 2-point conversion here. Rosberg. He's going to roll left. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. And that was on the reception. That was Connor Kraft for the 2-point, a diving catch, and the Deacons are excited. 11:29 to go in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Shanley 28, Mandan 21. Back after this timeout.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
And, it's going to be a little short pooch kick as they better get on it, and it appears Shanley may have recovered that.
Yeah, I don't think he tried to do that one, but what a great job and super hustle for Shanley. Chrisman, the speed for Caden Chrisman, Scott. See if the officials, Chrisman's the one who's got the football. Nobody got on it for Mandan. Somebody's down hard in the field, too, for Mandan. 15.
Yeah. And that is Revan Davenport down on the field.
He's getting up, but he was the one who kind of was standing there, and he got hit by Crispin. Talk about speed, TD. Holy cow. That's out of the blocks for Crispin.
Yeah, it was unreal. I mean, it looked like nobody from Mandan wanted it. They thought it was going to keep rolling, and one of those back guys, Jablonski or Frank, were going to get it. Nobody jumped on it, and then all of a sudden, here comes Crispin flying out of nowhere, and what a scoop going full speed to grab that football.
Well,
thanks for coming out, Caden. Huh?
Yeah, a revolting development here as Mandan now finds himself down by a touchdown, and the Deacons have it 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. Here's Rosberg. Looks out left, throws, caught. Kraft breaks a tackle, 25, and he puts his head down. He's out down to the 18-yard line. Goes Connor Kraft.
Just a short, you give him room, and the arm strength of Rosberg is on display right now on those short routes right now.
So
Mandan just not being able, they're not able to recover quickly from those 6-yard or 8 and 10-yard off the ball.
And they hand off Leininger. He's breaking tackles. Leininger gets 2 yards on the carry down to the 17-yard line.
Kraft 7 catches, 99 yards, Scott. And now Chrisman, now the quarterback, Rosberg, he is absolutely on fire right now. 17 of 22 for 254 yards.
Well, we got an injured player. We'll take an injury timeout. It's a Hub International Insurance injury timeout. Hub is a leading North American insurance brokerage. 28-21, Deacons lead it, 10:57 to go. Back after this timeout. (28-21), second down and 8 now for the Deacons. Rosberg, he throws it under pressure, and it's going to be incomplete as he got pressure that time. That was applied there. Big number 56, Brady Bame on right there. The intended receiver was Chrisman.
They're trying to throw Chrisman into the end zone, and they had Wyatt Peel riding behind him.
Incomplete, stops the clock. Second down and 8 now for the Deacons. Rosberg, twins right, twins left. Rosberg rolling to his right, sets, fires underneath. Oh, in and out of the hands of Frank. And it's going to incomplete as Frank almost came up with the interception there.
And that's another missed opportunity. The plays that Mandan needs to make, whether it's the catches or the throws or the interceptions. We'll see if now we're going to get
that was
Matt Berg coming in for a field goal, Scott. We watched him in pre-games kicking this way. Now, there's not a little bit of a win, but he was kicking from 47 yards out, so this is well within his range.
Well, this would be a big one here, and if Mandan can hold here, that would be a big defensive stop. Berg, what do you got, 35-yarder as Berg.
Watch the fake.
There's a snap. Kick is up. It appears good, and it is as Berg bangs one in from 35 yards out, and it's now a 2-score game. 10:34 to go in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. The Deacons 31, the Braves 21. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Oh, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
Well, another pooch kick fielded at 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Look out. A stiff arm and 45 into Mandan territory. Flag down. That's going to be a face mask on the return there. Nolan Johnson.
So Nolan picking that one up, Scott, huh?
Todd Nolan Johnson trying to add a little life to the Mandan sideline.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson on that one. You're going to tack on 15 with a face mask. And, hey, Mandan somehow needed a big play.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if it was offense, defense, anything to change this second-hand momentum that has completely been in the favor of the Deacons.
So a big return from the 35-yard line to the 44. Then you're going to throw 15 more yards on top of that. So talk about great field position for the Braves.
Well, and Mandan now with 10:28 to go in that ball game, they will have it first down and 10 from the Shanley 29-yard line. A touchdown is needed here by the Braves. Slot to the right. That's Peel. Receiver split left and right. Carlson. They hand off Wiseman coming right. He's trying to find some running room over the right side, and he can. He's just driven backwards. And leading the charge there, that was Hospitalis, Carlquist.
Well, the defense, you mentioned it in the pregame, Scott, where, hey, both these two, they're good defenses, and Shanley is showing right now as Mandan had 21 points at the half. They are shutting them out this second half. It's 25 unanswered points for the Deacons.
So 2nd down and 9 now for the Braves. Frank comes in motion. Back to pass. Carlson, he's looking. He's got Frank out there. Frank goes up. Oh, and it's batted away. Here comes pass interference is going to be on Hakim, I do believe.
Yeah, I think it's the right call, Scott. It's Hakim had his back to the quarterback. He didn't turn around. He kind of face guarded him, and Frank almost came up with a big catch anyway, but they're going to get 15 yards, so it'll go down to the 13 anyway, so it's really close to that. Good call.
The pass play gained more. First
up. Did he catch it?
Oh, he did catch it.
Okay, never mind. No wonder.
I didn't think he caught that. Wow.
And he limped off.
Yep.
So good job by Frank going up and bringing it in with Hakim all over him.
I've never heard that. Declined the pass play, gained more.
Wait a minute. What's the confusion? Because they still haven't moved the chains. My bad.
Penalty was, the pass was incomplete.
Yes. Okay, that makes more sense. So it goes. My bad. I love it.
Doc Wright.
Have you ever heard anybody say that?
Doc Wright. My bad. I love it.
Just kidding.
Mandan, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Carlson hands off. Wiseman coming right, cuts inside. Now he bounces it out, and he's going to be brought down for little or no gain.
Adam Leininger, Sam Oshak. They are swarming to the football.
About 3 minutes to go down in Fargo. Century punting it back to Davies. Century leads 12-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard in Fargo.
Patriots 0-5 to start the season. And they have, speaking of finding your team mojo, the Patriots at perfect time of the year, they think they've won 5 of their last 6.
2nd down and 9 to go. Clock winds, the 9:07 left to go. Carlson, they motion Jablonski right to left. Carlson fakes the handoff. Carlson keeps it, cuts inside, and he's going to be down to the 10, maybe got to the 9. Nope, they're going to say he's down at the 9-yard line.
And what a great tackle by Jack Haldis on that, Scott. It looked like he had an opening to turn inside, and Haldis was right there. We said man-to-man tackle is going to be huge. Mandan isn't making them. Shanley's making them.
Well, definite 4-down territory here now. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 to go as Mandan's got to get it to the 5-yard line. Carlson, Wiseman behind him, receiver split left and right. Carlson barks out the signals. Carlson back to pass. He throws in the end zone. Jablonski caught. Touchdown, Mandan. What a bullet by Max Carlson.
Love the recognition, Scott. It was man-to-man coverage on the outside. It was Dukart against Caden Jablonski or Carson Jablonski, and what a job. What a throw. A little back shoulder throw. Did not allow Joey Dukart to turn around. An absolute bullet, as you called it, Scott. That was needed by the Mandan Braves.
So the Mandan Braves on an extra point here will cut it down to 3. Wagner on to attempt it. Ryder Peel to hold it. Snap, hold, kick up, and the kick is short. So 8:15 to go in the ballgame on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 31, Mandan 27. Back after this timeout to the Starion Sports Complex.
Your business or your home, across the town or across the country, we know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts, as the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. And that one's going to go out of bounds again. I don't think I've seen this ever.
This many kicks out of bounds.
This many kicks.
As TD said, the angle kick isn't working, TD.
Procedure penalty and the kickoff.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
I just made this. I said the exact same thing, Todd.
I mean, if you're trying to kick it 2 yards out of bounds every time, you're executing it perfectly.
Well, now Mandan.
Now they take. This time they're taking it to 35.
Yep. No, they're going to take this one at the 35.
Interesting. And they're trying to get the Mandan defense, who they don't have a stop this second half. 4 possessions for Shanley, 3 touchdowns, and a field goal.
Well, Mandan's got to come up big here. We'll see if they can. They trail 31-27 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 8:15 to go in the contest. Rosberg, twin formation. He's going to keep it running right, and he's got room. He's out across the 40 down to the 42. Boy, they got to figure that out, as he's just killing them on the ground.
Well, they are running very hard, whether it's Rosberg running from the quarterback, whether it's Lining, they're running from the tailback. I mean, they are just churning up yards in the ground. We talked about that kind of more of a balanced offense where there's maybe not from yardage, but from the number of plays, it's about balance the second half.
Rosberg's going to keep it again. Goes right, cuts back left, spins. He's got the first down in short of the midfield stripe. They spot at the 49-yard line, but that's a first down. Clock stops, move the chains.
Yeah, Rosberg, as he's got back-to-back 7 yards run, 17 carries, 50 yards. He's got a touchdown. Throw another 254 in the air and 2 touchdowns. He's pining for MVP of the game.
Yes, he is.
Which MVP?
Sport Clips
MVP. Clips MVP.
Yeah, yes, sir. Rosberg fakes. He's going to run it. He goes right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped, but he pushes his way forward and gets a yard out of it down to up to the midfield stripe.
Leininger looked back at him saying, okay, I was open. I don't know if you were going to throw it to me, but the shoulders just went right down saying, hey,
give me the ball.
Hey, don't be a pig. Share it.
2nd down and 9. Oshak goes in motion. They fake it to him. They throw it back to Rosberg. He's got a man, Hakim, wide open. He's got to go down and catch it, and he does at the 2-yard line. A little trickery by the Deacons, and it works.
Yeah, throwback from Oshak over to Rosberg, and then Rosberg didn't want to overthrow it, so instead he just kind of threw a little meatball up there, but Hakim was so wide open he went down on the ground to pull it in at the 13-yard line, so 37-yard throw and catch.
So first down inside the Serve Pro red zone. Here's Rosberg. Now Leininger goes left. Leininger, and he's going to be met at the 5. And
I love that play call. You know,
Rosberg, he's got a man, Hakim, wide
at that
open.
point in time. And what a great call. I don't know if they've seen that all year. I know Oshak's thrown for a touchdown this year.
Rosberg hands off, Leininger over the right side. Leininger in the end zone, touchdown, Fargo Shanley. They are 4 for 4 in the second half on converting.
And that was a huge hole for Leininger. Holy cow. I think you and I could have ran through that one. Great job by the line up front. Butler, Carlquist, Hospitalis, Mayus on the backside. Mitchell cutting off a backside cutoff block. Just absolutely powering through this Shanley offensive line.
37-27. Now on to attempt the extra point.
Bergen to attempt the extra point
is Matt Berg. Matt Berg, snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:16 to go in this one on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Shanley 38, Mandan 27. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
And the kick is going to go out of bounds as Jablonski went over there. He tried to get it before it went out of bounds, as I think he wanted a chance at a return. So now Mandan will start at the 35. Todd, what is that? Is that about 6 or 7 of them that we've had kicked out of bounds here today?
It's got to be a AA playoff football record.
I don't know if they keep. Yeah, I don't think
know if
so.
they keep that, but
we're going to call it a record, right?
Yeah, we are. We'll call it our own record. Well, the Braves got to respond quickly as 6:15 left to go in the ball game. They've got 3 timeouts left. As Carlson splits 2 wide receivers out wide left, and Wiseman's going to run over the right side. And, boy, they just have shut his water off, Chuck. He gets a couple.
Now Mandan's got to go up tempo. You got to get 2 scores in 6 minutes, and you got to get it out of the huddle quick. And right now you got the quarterback coming all the way over to Sheldon and getting the play call.
And if you're going to do that, you might as well call 2 right away.
Yeah, and he's not. Where's the sense of urgency right now?
Yeah, you got to have some right here as – second down and 8 now. Carlson, he's going to keep it. Eludes one tackler, trying to get the outside, and he's going to be brought down back at the original line of scrimmage, which is the 35.
Hallcraft again, great job pinning that quarterback in. At no place to go for him. Mayhew's the one defensive end, Hallcraft the other one. These 2 guys, I mean, everybody in the defense in this second half is playing a tremendous job.
Face mask on the defense.
Oh, boy, that
wow.
hurts.
To the end of the run.
It's the penalties that are hurting Shanley in these last 2 possessions.
So a big penalty there. That will move it up. A reminder to stay tuned for our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom at Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. And when you order online, get the 99. First and 10 now for the Braves from the Deacon 49-yard line. Carlson back to pass. Carlson flushed out of the pocket. He eludes one, and he cannot elude the other one, and that was Hospitalis putting on the finishing touches there for another loss back into Mandan territory, all the way back to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I think Hallcraft was there too, so it was 2 guys forcing him out of the pocket, nobody open, the guys in the backside, and that's Hakim coming in, Oshak, Dukart, Fisher-Hannison. They're doing a really good job in the backside or on all the backfield, the defensive backfield, holding the Mandan down to nothing.
And Chuck, I'll go back to your comment about the sense of urgency right now. Yeah. I mean, Mandan, they got to pick the pace up a little bit. It's 4:40 to go in the ball game. Carlson twins to the near side, fumbles the snap, picks it up. Now he throws it. And Hakim falls it.
Oh, the official in the back is calling incomplete. He saw it. I think that's probably the right call. TD, I don't know if you saw it with the arm coming forward.
Yeah, the white hat was on that right away. Arm was coming forward. It was close, though, because the hand was empty a little bit, but it was starting to come forward.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 14 now for the Braves, and Mandan has got to convert on this possession or the Deacons.
Well, Mandan led 21-6 at the half. And
now we're going to have a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. We'll take one. Contact your local hub agents, Josh Cotello, Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, Deacons 38, Braves 27. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, a final score from Fargo Davies on the BNC Bank scoreboard. The Century Patriots are going to the Fargo Dome as they knock off Fargo Davies by a score of 12-0.
Bismarck Century Patriots.
Here we go on 3rd and 14 for the Braves. Twins left, Twins right. Carlson back to pass. Carlson under pressure, eludes it, steps up, throws it. Oh, and
no,
he threw it away. Or
Wiseman was the one who was trying to. He had out in the flat, running up that left side, and fortunately for Shanley, he had stopped, and I think the quarterback, the expectation was that he was going to keep running.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and 14.
9 of 20 throwing for 150 and 3 touchdowns for Carlson.
For the Braves.
And now, well, I don't know, Chuck, but this probably could be the football game right here.
Well, and the one thing about it is Carlson, he has been under pressure big time this second half too. He has had no time to throw.
4th down and 14 from their own 48-yard line. Carlson back to pass. Carlson under pressure. He steps up. He's on the move. Carlson turns upfield, gets to the outside, still on the move. And he's going to be stopped short, as you probably heard from the Shanley coaching staff.
We're going to give them our headsets. What a job by the Shanley Deacons. I mean, there was nobody open. They forced Mayhews forced him out of the pocket, and then when he turned out of the pocket, he ran a little bit gingerly, Scott. Instead of going, hey, here's the 40. I got to get to the 40. Stick my head down and pick that up. Instead, he kind of slowed down, tried to cut back on the inside, and he was stuffed short of that first down.
So Mandan turns it over on downs, and they trail by 11 at 38-27 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. As one ticket has been punched already to the Fargo Dome. That's the Century Patriots, the number 8 seed.
That's crazy, huh? I wonder if that's ever happened.
The Class 2A. Now Leininger's going to keep it, gets to the edge. Turns, they tell him to stay in bounds. He's going to be driven out of bounds, but he's inside Mandan territory at the 49. Clock stops with 4:04 to go.
It's going to be a whole lot of the big fella, I think running here. And the other thing is Mandan, if they can start stacking the box, Coach Mandan, I'm sure he isn't afraid of going deep to his guys on the outside.
Nope, as 2nd down and 1 now for the Deacons. They go trips to the right. Single receiver, that's Kraft to the left. Rosberg, he's going to keep it. He stutter steps his way, got the first down and more out to the 40, down into the Mandan territory at the 45.
Mandan is absolutely gassed. Todd, can't you see? I mean, it just seems like Mandan's got nothing left in him in the tank right now on defense.
I think what you're seeing is that up-tempo offense just kind of pays dividends in these fourth quarters for Shanley. They just continue to lean on you and wear you out throughout the course of the football game.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's happening now. The clock winds with 3:40. Now they're going.
Getting in the huddle.
Getting in the huddle and slowing things down. 1st and 10. Rosberg under center. Hands off. Leininger right up the middle.
Peel from behind pulls him down. But Mandan, they got 2 timeouts. I don't know when you call them.
Well, if you're going to call them, you better call them sooner than later.
What a game by Leininger too, Scott. I mean, there's so many guys you can talk about that have had fantastic games, but I was impressed watching Leininger in the Minot game, and both offense and defensively, this kid is an absolute bull. 18 carries, 91 yards, got a couple touchdowns. He's got a lot of tackles on defense.
2:55 to play in the ball game, 38-27. Shanley leads it. Here's Rosberg. Slaps his hands off. Leininger again. Leininger breaks a tackle to 40, 35. He's upended there, and he's all the way down to the 31-yard line. Another first down. Move the chains.
Yeah, ran through the arm tackle of Wyatt Peel, and then Carson Jablonski had to come down and chop out the legs, but another first down. That one put Leininger over the century mark for the second game in a row, as he had 101 and a touch against Minot. Now you give him, that got to give him 12 more yards there, and he has 103 and 2 touches this game.
Yeah, Shanley not in any hurry as the play clock down to 13. Game clock down to 2:20 to go in the ball game.
Another semifinal game that Mandan could not get through.
Yep. As Leininger
on the carry.
On the move, and he's going to be stood up. Forward progress marked at the 29-yard line. Todd Sheldon takes a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field. Hubbard National Insurance located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northwest Bismarck. 2:04 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Deacons 38, Mandan 27. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Poise. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
.204 left to play here in our state semifinal game. Who will take on the Century Patriots for the Class 2A title next Friday night in the Fargo Dome? As they got a new back in there now. That time they gave it
on the carry.
They handed off to Cam Allers on the carry there. And we'll keep it right here as that Mandan takes their third and final timeout with 1:58 left to play.
So the Patriots, Scott, taking a look at those guys, I mean, they just keep churning away, right? Even when you think that they were dead and buried at 0-5, what do? They come back and they just change some things around. They got some great seniors, and now they're going to move on they'll be in the state championship for the 5th time in the last 8 years. And they've won 4 of them. Pretty amazing.
And they go on the road and do it on the road.
Yeah, that's.
Huh? I mean,
yeah,
and you
from
beat
the 8th seed.
And you beat 2 pretty good football teams on the road.
Not bad, right? Davies number 1 or Cheyenne number 1, who was, had been rolling through everybody. These 2 teams included late in the season.
What do they say, Chuck? It's hard to beat the same team twice in 1 year in football. Well,
Mandan's seen it.
Yeah, and
Century's seen it.
Davies
has seen it. Hey, there we go. Look at those guys.
Look at that. There's the
Trying to stay warm.
Live broadcast. Big thanks to those guys battling the elements out there, and they hand off Allers again. Ball comes out, and Mandan falls on it.
Ooh. 154 going. Well, man, that's not what you were thinking as Allers comes in, and you're trying to give your guys a rest. Leininger is saying, hey, we think we got this in the game and in the bag, and instead Allers fumbles, who hasn't touched it surely in the cold. What's the temperature now? Down to about 30 degrees. Gets hit, ball's on the turf, and Mandan comes up with it.
Big thanks, as we said, those PSP camera guys battling the elements, able to bring you this broadcast here.
They got to score quick.
As Carlson barks out the signals, back to pass. They throw a Jablonski. They're trying to get him in space. 35-40, stiff arm there, and he's ridden out of bounds by Oshak. As, boy.
Talk about a move by Jablonski.
He left Oshak in the dust.
He gave him the what? There's some laundry on the field for Oshak, or for Dukart.
Yeah.
He came all the way up right in his face, about 4 yards off him, and
Clock stops at the minute 47. 38-27. 1st and 10 from the Mandan 44-yard line. Carlson back to pass. Looking, throws it out in the flat. Wiseman caught it in space. Now he gets out of bounds up near midfield, and he's run out
On the carry.
at the 47-yard line.
Wisely gets out of bounds, Scotty.
Yep.
I mean, he knew he wasn't going to get anything, so he said, I'll just take my 3 yards and get out of bounds and get that clock stopped. Boy, one thing that's the Shanley defense, I mean, even on those short plays, Mayhus and Hallcraft, they have been in the face of the quarterback Carlson all night.
2nd down and 7 now for the Braves. Carlson back to pass. He's under pressure. He steps up. He's going to throw it, and he's just going to throw that one away as Jablonski got tied up around the 40-yard line, and so that goes incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Mandan Braves.
Well, it's major bracket coverage as the defensive coach. We can hear him. They wanted Dukart to kind of walk up, give more press coverage, and then he's got 2 guys over the top of him. One is Sam Oshak, and he also has over the top of him Jordan Leininger that's playing deep, kind of in a free safety spot right now.
So 3rd and 7 now for the Braves. 1:36 to play in the ball game. Now Olhauser gets shifted to the right side. Carlson back to pass. Carlson looking across the middle. He throws it high and incomplete. The intended receiver was Olhauser.
And they had Leininger was all over him, so great coverage underneath. That was his drop. Got back in a spot where he needed to drop. He saw that Olhauser was running a slant play and nothing doing there. Leininger, it shows not only am I a stud on the offensive side, but hey, this is where I make my bread and butter right here.
So 4th down and 7. This one will be the ball game right here. They convert, they stay alive. If they do not, the Deacons will move on to the state championship game. Carlson, he's got trips to his left side. Back to pass. They're going to look for Jablonski. Carlson steps up. Carlson wanted to throw. He's going to get brought down from the backside, and that is going to do it. And the Deacon coaches are going to head out of the press box. And they
going to the
are
ship, baby.
going to the ship.
I think somebody else just sent that to you about the Patriots.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of red and white next Friday night in the Fargo Dome. Red, white, and blue.
Sprinkle
we'll
a
throw
bit
there.
of blue. A lot of patriotic colors thrown out there. But what a play. As he was trying to throw to Carson Jablonski, and Jablonski got tripped up, fell down, whatever happened, and there was nobody there. So Max Carlson just kind of walked out of bounds well short of the 1st down.
Yep, and all Rosberg's got to do here is take a couple knees. They get into the victory formation, do the Deacons, and the Deacons are going to go back to the Dakota Bowl for the first time since 2018.
Yeah, Shanley, they just absolutely dominated back in Double-A as they had 4 titles,
He's
4
going to
runners
get
up
brought
the
down from the
semis
backside
in the 10 years they were there, and they move up in 2019, and they're showing why they moved up when they didn't have to. At that point, they chose to move up to the top tier, top level, and they're showing exactly why.
Yep, as Rosberg lets the play clock drip down to 10, probably snapping around 4. Yep, here comes the snap, the knee, and once they set it, I don't think he's – oh, yep, they're going to have to run one more play.
Should have taken – or they're going to do it quick.
Yep, they're going to do it quick is exactly what they're going to do. Snap, there's the knee, and Troy Mattern and the Deacons are going to the state championship game next Friday night in the Fargo Dome as they are going to win this one here. They're going to come to Mandan for the 2nd time this year, but this time they're going to take that trip back on I-94, and they are going to go back with a victory as they're going to win this one by a score of 30-27. It's all but academic as the clock drips down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and this one has gone final. As we go into our planning team financial advisors postgame report after this timeout on the PSP network, the final score, Fargo Shanley 38, Mandan 27. Back with our postgame report after this timeout on the PSP network.
broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
this broadcast.
Well, welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report right now. Todd's got the victorious head coach. Let's go down on the field and Todd Domries. TD, take it away.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. I tell you what, Coach, down 21-6 at halftime. What changed for the Deacons in the second half?
You know, sometimes, I don't know. You know, we just have a team that's so determined. These kids, it's everyone's goal, right? But it's a feel that these kids have had. And obviously that touchdown to start the second half that quick, you know, minute and a half, that was huge. And we just felt a lot of momentum. We got the ball back right away and scored again. But credit to our kids. You know, they were never down. We know we have an offense that can score fast. And luckily we did that second half.
And talk about the defense. I mean, you shut down the run and you got after the quarterback, and that was kind of the difference in that second half.
Yeah, you know, we didn't want 21 to beat us, and I thought our kids did an excellent job. And I think the biggest thing was our conditioning. You know, our kids, we wore them down. You know, they have a lot of two-way players, a lot of players that go the whole game, and I thought second half we wore them down, and we were able to do a lot of things that we wanted to do.
Well, and the style, right? I mean, you're down 15 at halftime, but it doesn't even seem to really matter too much to you guys.
Yeah, you know, we don't really play to the points. We know we can score fast, and we score in bunches, and I think you found that out second half. But what can we do that for a full football game, which we're going to do next week? I guess we're playing Century, so we're, you know, but we'll enjoy tonight to come on the road and beat a really good football team to revenge what we did 3 weeks ago. I couldn't be more proud of this football team.
Congratulations, Coach. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Troy Mattern. All right, let's bring in Adam Leininger. I tell you what, two-way player for you tonight, offense, defense. What was working? I mean, talk about the offensive side of it first.
Yeah, our offense line was doing a really good job getting all their guys. Our receivers were doing a very good job doing their jobs, and everyone was playing well around the game.
And you had to deal with some adversity. Obviously, that play late in the first half, you had a ball get tipped for a touchdown, but you guys found a way to come back from that.
Yeah, I mean, at halftime, we always go into the locker room 0-0. It's a new game halftime. We've got to win the second half.
And was it hard hitting out there? I mean, it sure looked hard hitting, and you were in the middle of a lot of that on the defensive side.
Yeah, it's a physical game. Always got to play harder. Toughest team wins.
I mean, the two-a-days, the hard work in the preseason, the weightlifting, and now it means a Dakota Bowl trip.
Yeah, it all comes down to the offseason. Who puts in the most work in the offseason? Who wants to really get better?
Great game tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to get Michael Rosberg in here, too, in just 1 second.
All right, Todd, there you have it. Well, right now, let's go back down to TD and Michael Rosberg. TD, take it away.
Hey, Michael, congratulations, I guess, first off. You guys were throwing it all over the field. Really got it going in the second half. What started clicking for your offense there in the final 24 minutes?
Oh, obviously, kind of shot ourselves in the foot that first half, but we came out second half. Lineman blocked great, you know, and that's what starts with. It all starts with them. They did a great job all game, and so it really started with them, and I'm just so proud of the linemen.
And you guys went to the QB. I mean, obviously, line contribution in the football game.
Yeah, you know, lineman blocked those great holes, you know, let me run through them, and all props to them, you know, with Adam running the ball, myself running the ball, with us throwing the ball, it all started with them, and I just can't thank them enough. They were truly dogs out there tonight.
Was there ever any doubt? I mean, you're down 15 at halftime, but you guys know you can score points, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know, this team's got a lot of heart, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This team does not quit, and we'll keep fighting, and that's what we did today.
How does it sound? Deacons are going to the Dakota Bowl.
it sounds great. We'll go celebrate on the bus on the way home, but let's focus on the next week, and I'm excited for it.
Congratulations, Michael. Great game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. That's a hard-hitting team right there. Offensive juggernaut, and they got it going in the second half, guys. Back up to you.
Great job, Todd Domrys, as there you have it, a victorious Fargo Shanley Deacons as they win at 38-27. Our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame report rolls on with more after this timeout from the Starion Sports Complex.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here. Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah. It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit Jobbers Warehouse. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
It's time for the Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Now for a look at game stats and analysis. Let's go to the postgame show.
Welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame report. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors are here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. Shots Crossroads get filled up with their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. Well, the Deacons go on the road and they knock off the Mandan Braves, and the Mandan Braves cannot get over that semifinal hump as the Deacons win this by a score of 38-27. And for a look at the final individual and team numbers, here's Chuck.
All right, for Mandan, it was a dismal second half, to say the least. Lincoln Wiseman at 90 yards at halftime. Well, they came out to stop him. He finished with 26 carries for 98 yards, just 8 yards in the second half for the All-Stater. Max Carlson, the quarterback, 6 carries for 40 yards. Geiger had 1 for 2 yards, and Wyatt Peel had 1 for 3 yards. Carlson throwing, he was 11 for 24 for 168 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. Jablonski, he was the guy for Mandan tonight, as he had 5 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. What a great season. Carson, he ends up with over 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns, back-to-back 1,000-yard games. We don't even know if that's happened ever in AA before. So great season for Carson Jablonski. Tri Frank had 2 catches for 34 yards. Wyatt Peel had 2 for 25 and a touchdown. Wiseman had 2 catches for 11 yards and an 8-yard touchdown. And one other guy caught the football tonight. That was Braden Bosch, had a catch for 5 yards for Mandan. For the Shanley Deacons, it was Adam Leininger leading them on the ground. 20 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 4-yarder and a 5-yarder, both of those in the second half. Michael Rosberg, he had 22 carries for 44 yards. He had a 4-yard touchdown run. Then Rosberg throwing it very efficient, 18 of 25, 291 yards, and he had a 69-yard touchdown to start this second half. That was kind of the difference maker of the game to me, Scott. We'll probably talk about that. That might come up. Rosberg also had an 8-yard completion for a touchdown in the first half. The big guy tonight, Connor Kraft, celebrating his SDSU signing with 7 catches for 99 yards. Sam Oshak, a big game for him, 4 catches for 93 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, an 8-yarder and a 69-yarder in that first drive of the second half. Vucheri Hakim, he had 3 catches for 58 yards. Chrisman had 1 for 9. Adam Leininger had 2 for 31. Team statistics, it was all Shanley the second half. Mandan had 34 carries for 143 in the game. That was just 33 yards in the second half. Mandan, they flipped the script, Shanley did. They had 46 carries for 164 yards. The big one was the throwing. 11 completions, just 5 in the second half, just 43 yards in that second half for Mandan. They ended up with 168 yards throwing. For the Shanley Deacons, they had 223 yards in that second half. So throwing 18 and 25 for 291 yards for Michael Rosberg. 71 plays. They ran 40 plays in the second half alone for 455 yards. Mandan finishes with 311 yards, just 76 yards in that second half. And just an absolute dominant performance by Shanley. They had 15 first downs the second half, ended up with 21 first downs to 13. So Shanley, it was all them in that second half. 21-6 at halftime, Scott, and they came out. They get that 69-yard completion to Oshak, who he goes, takes it to the house. And then also Rosberg, he gets a 4-yard run. They scored basically every possession to start the second. 5 possessions in a row to start that second half, and it was the Mandan or the Shanley offense who Coach Mattern said, I don't know what I did. Well, whatever you don't know, figure out what you don't know, because it worked pretty well as they go on victorious 38-27. They had, 25 unanswered points. They went up 31-20, and Mandan, they scored. Jablonski got a 10-yard score, but then right back the other way went a Shanley and scored in their very next possession to end the game at 38-27.
Well, a couple more things to do here, Chuck. Got to give out our Sport Clips MVP of the game. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is the home of the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. Tonight's Sport Clips game MVP is?
Oh, man, I mean, it's hard for me. The guy that stood out to me, I just thought Leininger played the workhorse. He probably had 12, 14 tackles, had 104 yards on the ground, a couple touchdowns. TD, you're a quarterback. I mean, is it Rosberg? Is it Leininger? To me, it's got to go one of those two guys.
I thought Leininger had to be the guy. He goes out for a little bit in that first half. He got dinged up, but man, he came back and they couldn't bring him down, and he was on just about every tackle. So I don't know. My money's on Leininger, but
I like it.
Nobody stirs the drink better than old Michael Rosberg. He does pretty dang well back there. Big old dude throwing it all over the field.
Yeah, let's go with Adam Leininger. What a game! 20 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, both that second half. He set the tempo, the toughness, defensively and offensively, picking up some big first downs. He's our Sports Clips MVP of the game.
And we got to give out our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. The efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page with locations in Bismarck, Manat, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Your move of the game, Chuck?
That's an easy one. Oshak, the 69-yarder, should have been brought down at probably the 45-yard line of Mandan. Instead, somehow, I don't know how he stayed in. I don't know how the people didn't tackle him. And all of a sudden, we look up. I was writing down 6 yards in a cloud of dust kind of thing. I look up, and here he's running down the sidelines for a touchdown. That was the very first possession, TD, and that, to me, flipped the script that got Shanley on their way for a victory today.
Yeah, you heard Coach Mattern talk about it in the postgame. He's like that quick score and that Houdini move on the near sidelines there. We even had the officials asking our camera guys on the PSP network right on the sideline, did he step out? And they're like, nope. It was fantastic. What a play.
Yes, Jobbers moving in storage move of the game goes to Sam Oshak, a 69-yard catch and basically 55 yards after the initial contact.
Well, our coverage doesn't stop tonight. It continues tomorrow as we will have a 9-man semifinal contest for you. That'll feature New Salem Elmont hosting North Prairie, the Cougars. And then in the other semifinal in that one will be Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion playing host to Cavalier. On the 11B side, we'll have a coverage of that one for you as well. Velva Drake Animus Garrison hosting Hillsborough Central Valley, and you can see that on the PSP network. And then the other semi, it's Central Cass taking on Beulah. Beulah will host in that one. We can give you some final scores. I believe, Chuck, do we have a final in that Jamestown Red River game? Is that one gone final yet?
You can go the other ones if you want, and then I'll see if I can look that one up.
Yeah, well, South, Fargo North upended Fargo South 27-7, so they will move on to the 11A state championship game. Red River and Jamestown started about a half hour late. They were not. That was not official. And then, of course, our 11A championship, that will feature Mandan and Century. As Century knocked off Davies 12-0. I'm sorry, Shanley and Century, and Shanley wins this 38-27. Well, our coverage will continue next week at the Fargo Dome. We will have audio coverage for you from that. We'll start this one at, we'll probably start at about 8:45 as that 11B state championship kicks off at 9:10. 20 minutes after that will be the 9-man state championship. 20 minutes after that will be the 11-man state championship. And then at 6:40 next Friday night will be the 2A championship for you. We'll have it on the PSP network.
So game's still going. Jamestown trying to get back to the state championship again to go back-to-back. They are leading Red River 14-7. There's 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so that game is an absolute barn burner. Who's going to play North in that? That could be a good matchup. We saw North earlier against St. Mary's. They are a quality football team led by their great quarterback. I mean, they got Peter Haugo. I remember that he's an absolute stud. Welk, the quarterback, Jeremiah Sim. They got the big three. They got some players. That'll be whoever, whether it's Jamestown or Red River, that'll be a good one.
Well, I imagine you'll have another one, an exciting one tomorrow.
Should be fun. Really good athletes in New Salem tomorrow. Head noted by a guy that's already got an NDSU commit offer for North Prairie, and then A.J. Hines. Those two kids, Hosted and A.J. Hines, going to be going toe-to-toe. That'll be a couple bucks bronking in the trenches tomorrow over in New Salem.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, hey, we certainly hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight. We threw the whole kitchen sink at you tonight. Certainly hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I want to thank all of our sponsors, BNC National Bank, Shields, Hub International Insurance, also Serve Pro, Planet Pizza, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, UPS Store, Jersey Mike's, Presswich Orthodontics, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Premier Chiropractic, also Planning Team and Shots Crossroads, and also Sport Clips and Jobbers. Hey, and a big thanks goes out to the guys that put this production on. We want to thank the Beater Brothers, Nick Hallberg producing the show, Johnny Samuelson on camera, and also to Drew Carlson. Repeating our final score here tonight from Mandan, Shanley 38, Mandan 27. For Todd Domrys, Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from the Starion Sports Complex.
service financial plan, or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here. Hit off, 7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Shots Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.